Welcome to Fisher Field in Newton, Kansas, and the 8-man Division I State Football Championships on Smoky Hills Public Television. I'm Jeremy McGuire along with Larry Jantz, and the Jetmore Longhorns and the Waverly Bulldogs face off in this game, Larry. Both undefeated, both good football teams.
Both of them 12-0, like you said. During the year, Jetmore beat Spearville twice, once in this here playoffs, and Waverly beat Madison twice, the last time for them to reach this position. And you got to understand that the Bulldogs from Waverly, they were the Division II champs last year, coming from way behind, those Palco Roosters. And this year, hey, the Division I, and they're taking on the Bulldogs, take on them old Longhorns from Jetmore.
Waverly with a win over Madison in the sub-state finals. Jetmore with an overtime victory over Maxville in a shootout that came down to the last play of the game, a two-point conversion. Both these two teams have been tested this year.
Absolutely, and I would say that Jetmore had the toughest road to get here because they beat Maxville in overtime, like you mentioned, and before that, Maxville had just got through beating South Barber in a close, like, two-point quarterfinal victory. So it's tough, but hey, those Jetmore Longhorns, they've been here before. They've been state champs here before too, and so has Waverly. So it ought to be one slobber number type hit.
Jetmore, first-year head coach Chad Cahoon, head coached under former coach Kevin Ayers, and of course Mike Hevel's been at Waverly since grass started growing. So I mean, it's the old experience against the young one.
Absolutely, but the tradition's rich. Hevel had won the state in basketball, 1A level. He'd been out there at Hayes at Fort Hays State and won the Class 1A before. So now he's won the state last year in football. And Cahoon, he's been there for 13 or 11 years plus, and he's an old Jetmore native. So he's taken over the realm when Kevin Ayers left, and so it's just going to be a great classic Division I football game.
It should be an exciting one, Jetmore and Waverly. More from Fisher Field on Smoky Hills Public Television. Jeremy McGuire, Larry Jantz back at Fisher Field in Newton, the 8-man Division I state championship game between the Jetmore Longhorns and the Waverly Bulldogs. Larry Calvary had a chance to catch up with head coach of the Longhorns, Chad Cahoon.
Chad Cahoon, the first-year coach of the Jetmore Longhorns, and what's your game plan today, Chad?
We're just going to hopefully go out there and have fun and play the type of football that we've been playing the last 12 weeks.
Okay, going up against another undefeated team, what do you know about Waverly?
They're extremely fast, very athletic. Hopefully we can slow them down a little bit.
Okay, and I happen to know, big guy that you are, you also teach kindergarten out there in Jetmore. How do you make the switch from the little kids to the big kids?
That brings you back down to earth when you teach them little ones. It makes it a lot nicer. Kind of, like I said before, it kind of brings me back to my own little world, and then we can come out and have fun playing football.
Is it true you make them little ones do push-ups when they get in trouble?
Yeah, that is true.
All right, Coach, well, good luck out there today.
Thank you very much.
All right, back to you guys, Jeremy.
All right, thanks a lot, Larry. And I guess Coach Cahoon doesn't take it easy on the kindergarten either. You mess up, by gosh, drop and give me however many they have to give him.
He wouldn't have to give me any doggone push-ups deal, because a big guy like that, I'm not going to get in trouble with him. They're going to take no stars away from me, and I'm not going to do any push-ups because I'm not going to get in trouble with a guy like that.
You look at a team like Waverly, they come in 12-0, and they've dominated all year long. Larry Calvary had a chance to catch up with head coach of the Waverly Bulldogs, and Mike Hevel.
All right, Coach Mike Hevel of the Waverly Bulldogs. Coach, you're coming up against another undefeated team today. You're in a different division this year. You are, in a way, defending champions. What's your game plan today?
Just try to play a good game, try to block and tackle and just do some fundamental stuff. We're not going to change too much, and just hope we have a good game, don't have a lot of penalties, and, try to hold our turnovers down, just basic football stuff, and just have to play well. We got to play well to have a chance, and if we play well, we'll see what we can do. There's no guarantees. You're playing this, Jetmore's a good team, and, we just have to hope we play well, and that's our goal, just play well.
What do you know about Jetmore?
Not a whole lot. They're just a scrappy, hard-nosed, good tackle, good blocking football team. They just play good football. That's what it's all about.
All right, well, good luck out there today, Coach.
Hey, thank you.
All right, back up to you guys, Jeremy.
Thank you, Larry, and Jeremy McGuire, Larry Jantz back up in the booth. And I'll tell you what, Larry, you look at these two teams, both of them undefeated, 12-0, and they are fired up and ready to go. Mike Hevel said, it comes down to the basics, but before he can go anywhere, we have to get a coin toss. So down to the field, the official will have our coin toss in today's game.
Absolutely. What beautiful weather, Jeremy. Great day here in Newton, Kansas. Fisher Field.
Division I championship game is scheduled to air at 8 p.m.
Which one is going to call a toss? Right here, guys, here's the coin we're going to use. This is tails. This is heads. I'm going to toss it in the air. I'm going to call it while it's in the air. If I drop it, I'll retoss it. Yes, sir. Tails. What did he call? Tails. He called tails? Yes, sir. And it is tails. You have won the toss. You have your choice of kicking, receiving, returning to the second half, or defending a goal. We'll defer to the second half, sir. They have chose to defer. You have your choice of kicking, receiving, or defending the goal. You chose to receive. They have chosen to receive. Which end would you like to kick off in your left? You can kick this one.
So Waverly has won the toss, Larry. They defer to the second half. Jetmore will receive the ball to start the game. So what type of strategy goes into, hey, I want to kick and get my defense out there on the field first?
Well, that's a good question. I just think that the sun's going to be a factor. I think this field's laid out a little bit of a northwest, southeasterly direction, Jeremy, and they're going to have the sun in their face, and they probably have a running game. But Jetmore, they just want a chance to score first, I guess. They want the ball. It's a difficult call this year because there's no wind. There's not very many factors. The flag would be limp. I think they just want to get out there and they'd rather hit on defense, get the first game jitters out of it, even though they won the state last year, in Division II, now the Division I. One student above that deal, 64 students when they made that cut. So they're barely in the Division I, okay?
First year we've been here in Newton at the 8-man state championship games. Larry Calvary has caught up with one of the spearheads of this ball game.
All right, I'm with Brian Basque with Fisher Field here in Newton, the new home of the Division I, Division II 8-man championships. Nice facility you've got here. How do you feel about having the two games here this year?
We are just very fortunate. We are proud to have this and welcome people to our community. This is just great for Newton. It's an awesome facility. 3 years ago when we built this facility, this is one of the reasons we built it, to try to bring things like this to our community.
Okay, and you got artificial surfaces. One of the big reasons I'm told Kansas State High School Activities moved the games here.
Well, one of the reasons we put turf in is because in the past we weren't able to keep the natural grass on it throughout the football season. So we went to this, and now instead of hosting 6 varsity games a year, we're able to host 75 different events throughout the year. So it's wonderful for our community.
All right, well, thanks for taking the time to visit with us, Brian.
Appreciate it.
All right, back to you guys up in the booth.
Thanks a lot, Larry, and what a perspective on, you have to have the grass in the field to play the game typically, and, with turf, you don't have to worry about it. So we're about set for football here in Newton at Fisher Field. Jeremy McGuire, Larry Jantz bringing you the action here on Smoky Hills Public Television. Kicking off for Waverly will be Denton Chapman. Back deep for the Jetmore Longhorns, Isaac Bradshaw and Anthony Sherrill, and the kick is underway, and it is going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchback. Sherrill had his back foot inside the end zone, and so it is a touchback, and it will be Jetmore football 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Looking at the starters first for the Longhorns, left to right, Anthony Sherrill, number 8, a 178-pound senior. Left guard, Daniel Ballman, a 183-pound junior, number 42. 33, Weston Cosman. 46, James Courtney. 36, Tyler Bucher. Round out that offensive line. 13, Bryant Briggs at quarterback. Chaz Beckwith, Aaron Ward in the backfield. Ward with the first carry, and he's pounded as he gets to the line of scrimmage and pushes forward as Heath Redding brings him down at the 18. A pickup of 3 on the play for Aaron Ward.
That's a good 3 yards on the first play. Kind of simple, just a quarterback. Briggs turns around and pitches it to Aaron Ward, and he's a leading gunner all year long.
We'll set that Waverly defense for you after this play. Briggs left side, Ward again. He's going to go nowhere. He's hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down. That Waverly defense across the front line. 48, Heath Redding. 53, Blake Sitlington. 51, Jesse Britton. 29, Dakota Foster in the Linebacking core 58, Joe Kaufman, 2, Matt Hevel. Defensive backs 11, Kevin Schmidt, and 7, Matt Corson. 3rd down and 7 for the Longhorns. It's an option to the right side, and Briggs is in big trouble. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll be dropped back at the 15-yard line, loses 3 on the play. It is 4th down for Jetmore, and look at that Waverly defense on this first possession, Larry Jantz.
Well, they're swarming them just like a bunch of bees, even though you mentioned the lineman a while ago, but Corson, from his safety, was in on a couple of them stops in there, so they're charging to the ball.
Jetmore will punt the football away. Daniel Ballman stands back deep, gets the punt, and gets it away nice. Corson wanting to skid underneath it, and a good bounce for the Longhorns inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10 Waverly at their own 24-yard line as they get the first possession of the ball game for themselves with 10:20 to go here in the first quarter.
And you'll have number 1, Denton Chapman, be the quarterback, and of course Matt Corson, number 7, he'll be the fullback or tailbacks, and of course Dakota Foster in the backfield.
We'll set the rest of that lineup for you after this play. 1st down and 10. 64 Mason Fleming, the center. Will snap it back to Denton Chapman. Foster in motion. And it's going to be a give right up the middle. Look out! And Corson was 1 man away from breaking that one. Ballman brings him down at the 36-yard line. A pickup of 11 yards, nearly 12, and a 1st down for Waverly.
That was a heck of a deal. Corson, number 7, who carried the ball that time. He's averaged 8.6 carry every time he's had it. He's had 167 carries this year for over 1,400 yards, Jeremy.
Heath Redding, Joe Kaufman, Mason Fleming, Jesse Britton, Casey Church across the line for Waverly. Corson in motion this time. There's the pitch out. Foster looking for running room. He's going to be stacked up and brought down. Isaac Bradshaw, Daniel Ballman in on the tackle for the Jetmore Longhorns, and there's a lot of energy in this stadium for this Division I state championship game.
Absolutely, on both sides of the ball, and there the Jetmore had their little answer there, which they needed to kind of get a stop in there, but it's just kind of like the reverse action. Instead of Dakota going in motion, they sent Corson in motion this time, and then a pitch out to Corson be a lead blocker for Dakota, and it didn't go very far.
Second down and 8 from the 37-yard line. Chapman with Dakota Foster in motion this time. They pitch it to the other side. Corson gets a block, gets to midfield, is stacked up there. Picks up 3 yards on the play. Anthony Sherrill in for Jetmore. Also Briggs in. Everybody getting involved on that play. Pickup of 3. It's 3rd down and 5 for Waverly.
And what are they going to run now? They're going to still pitch out? You think they're going to be running a play or a play action pass?
I look for them to put the ball in the air. Chapman, 72 for 126, almost 1,200 yards, threw for 24 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions this year. Shotgun formation for the Bulldogs. Back to pass. Chapman throws it down the field. Man wide open and dropped.
Yeah,
Heath Redding was wide open at the 15-yard line. It was over his outside shoulder, and I don't know if he lost the football or what, but it's 4th down for the Bulldogs.
I think that was, it's hard to read the numbers on there, but it looked like it's Bryant Briggs that just kind of tripped on part of the turf and then caused the separation, but the pass was over his head, so incomplete.
And Waverly will punt it away as Chapman stands back at his own 30-yard line. And Aaron Ward will go inside his own 10 to receive the punt. Jetmore stays onside, and Chapman gets a high end-over-end kick. Ward calls for the fair catch and takes it at the 12-yard line. So a successful punt right there by Denton Chapman. Got it up in the air, got it high, allowed the coverage to get down there. And so both defenses hold strong on their first possessions, Larry. And back to Jetmore with 8:34 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and Briggs comes over here to Coach Chad to find out, hey, what play we want to run here first on this second series. We didn't do that well in our first series. We had the ball, so see if we can't get something clicking here.
Tell you what, you look at Chad Cohoon and be almost scared if he put on some pads and came out there. He's a big guy.
I answer him, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shotgun formation for the Longhorns, and they snap it directly to Ward. He is submarine under as he gets up to the 15 and picks up 3 yards on the play. Blake Sitlington tripped him up.
Little visions of the single wing action kind of looked like to me with that format they had then, huh? From the years, pull that out of the years ago playbook, yeah, long time ago.
Long time ago. Sometimes all it takes is the basics. Chaz Beck with the fullback, Aaron Ward the tailback. He gets the man share of the carries. He gets it again this time, and he's going to get to the line of scrimmage maybe. Matt Hevel in on the tackle along with Sitlington again. And a loss of about a half a yard on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and a long 7 for the Longhorns.
Yeah, they were pulling the James Courtney, 46, 176-pound sophomore, for an inside trap, and the old Bulldogs and Waverly had it smelled out and didn't much gain. So 3rd and 7, Jeremy.
One thing about Waverly is they definitely outweigh Jetmore all across the front line. 3rd and 7. Jetmore's going to pass it. Briggs in trouble, throws it up the field, has a man, Sherrill. It's off his hands, out of bounds. That would have been an amazing catch if he would have came down with it, but incomplete. And another 3 and out for Jetmore. The coverage provided by Matt Corson.
And Anthony Sherrill, Jeremy, had this year, he's kind of caught 23 passes for 405 yards. The average is 17.6 every time he brings that ball in from the pass, but Briggs to Sherrill just barely fell out of it, incomplete.
Nearly half of the possession, half of the catches for Jetmore, half the catches for Sherrill have been for touchdowns. Nice punt right there by Bowman. It goes way over the head of Corson. That's going to bounce inside the 10, and Corson's going to pick it up. He grabs it, and I think it's Jetmore football. What a mistake by Matt Corson. He should have just let it roll, and it is Longhorn football all the way down at the Waverly 12-yard line.
And you don't expect that from a 165-pound senior with all the experience that Matt Corson has, but he thought he could probably pick it up and gain some extra yards, and then he didn't. I think he started to look to see where it's going to go before he picked it up and got it secured in his hands, and all of a sudden the Longhorns is alert, and now they got the ball with, 12 yards to go for a score.
What a huge mistake by Matt Corson, and Jetmore gets the ball back with 7:30 to go here in the first quarter, staring down the eyes of a touchdown. They have not moved the ball well on their first 2 possessions, but they get it back here. Ward again going up the middle, slices his way in, he loses it.
It's loose.
On the ground, who's going to get it? I think Jetmore might have got the football. Anthony Sherrill recovered it all the way down inside the 5-yard line, and my goodness sakes, nobody saw it. Nobody saw the football, and finally Sherrill saw it, and he battled with Jesse Britton for the football. So we'll call it a pickup of 9 on the fumble.
Well, they got less than about the length of football to go for a first down. 2 yards to go for touchdown. Here you go, Briggs.
I formation. There's the pitch to Ward. He gets a block, cuts it inside, and is cut down at about the 1.5-yard line. He lowered his shoulder, so did Matt Corson and Matt Hevel.
And you had Joe Kaufman and Kevin Smith on that hit there. They didn't let him reach the end zone that time.
A pickup of 1 on the play for Aaron Ward. 5 carries, 7 yards.
That's first down, though. First and goal, though. That's the main thing. They move the sticks. 4 downs to punch it in from 2 yards out, Jeremy. Here we go, Briggs.
We'll see how that offensive line handles these big guys up front for Waverly. Ward
Second
again leans
through.
in.
He's
Is he
close.
in? Touchdown for
They got
Jetmore. The Jetmore Longhorns are on the board first.
Second effort.
From 1 yard out, or 2 yards out, Aaron Ward with 6:28 to go, and Jetmore leads it 6-0.
2-point extra point coming up. So we'll see how that goes. That was Aaron Ward. He's had rushing this year at 252 rushes for over 1,403 yards. Averages 5.6 every time he catches the ball. There he got his 2 yards he needed.
2-point conversion attempt. Briggs looks, dumps it right over the middle, and it's a 2-point conversion pass is good. Thrown to none other than Aaron Ward with 6:28 to go in the first quarter. You look at the touchdown run right here by Ward. He banged in there, leaned in amongst a pile
Second effort
of
got it in.
teammates and opponents, got in the end zone, and a fumble turns into points for the other team. Turnover's huge.
Always at any level, grade school, junior high, high school, college, pros. Turnovers can kill you. They either make you or kill you, depending on what happens to it. It's a great job there. And you see Ward, he's got good hands because he used to be the quarterback before they moved Briggs to quarterback this year. So he has quarterback experience plus running back now, Aaron Ward.
Jetmore getting to the finals via the 46-44 win over, 46-44 win over Maxville in overtime. Waverly, on the other hand, a little bit easier time of it, 46-24 over Madison.
And it's the second time they played Madison. The first time was early in the year, about the 5th game. They won them 38-12. See, but then the last one, cutting for all the marbles, 46-24. Here goes your kickoff.
Kick coming from Jetmore, a line drive kick. Kaufman couldn't handle it. Corson with it, looking for a gap. He breaks free up to the 24. They'll mark him about the 24.5-yard line. So now Waverly is going to have to find a way to answer the Jetmore score.
Well, they got the horses, just a matter of whether they get all the timing and everything going in there. Just going to find out how quick can old Matt Corson shake off that mishandled, kickoff return or punt return a while ago.
I give him the ball right away. Let him get it out of his. Let him get it out of his system.
That's a good call.
Foster in motion. We'll see if they pitch it left. They're going to give it right up the middle. Boy, Corson just lowered his shoulder and bowled in over James Courtney, who brought him down, but not before Corson's able to pick up about 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, and old James Courtney, a 176-pound sophomore. He's that nose guard, and Corson moved him back about 3 yards. He got 2nd and 7, Jeremy.
That Jetmore defense, Chaz Beckwith, James Courtney, Daniel Ballman on the front line. Linebackers are Cheryl and Weston Cosman. Defensive backs, Isaac Bradshaw, Bryant Briggs, and Aaron Ward. 2nd and 7, back to pass, looking down the field. Man's open, Corson, he has it! He's inside the 20, he's inside the 10, and tripped up down at the 4-yard line. There's a flag on the play, but it looked like possibly offsides against Jetmore. We'll see what the call is as they mark the ball down at the 4-yard line.
Everybody's waiting to see what the Zebras call. And the referee,
48-yard gain on the play.
If it stands.
If it stands. The officials are going to talk about it, and we'll see what the official call is. An illegal shift against Waverly.
They had one guy in motion, which means somebody else moved before the ball snapped or wasn't set for at least 1 second. So they have illegal.
Oh, what a huge play. It's an illegal shift against the offense. And that's it's a 5-yard penalty in the books, but it's about a 53-yard penalty after you wiped out the pass play.
Yep. That's the referee. The crew is Harold Solzman. The umpire is Randy Kaufman. Linesman is Daniel Worcester. And you got line judge is Quentin Flanagan.
So the 5-yard penalty makes it 2nd down and 12 for Waverly. 5:39 to go first quarter. 8-0 Jetmore. They scored following a Matt Corson fumble, or muff if you want to call it, on a punt return. Corson split to the near side along with Casey Church as Waverly lines up in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Chapman hurdles over the line and is brought down by Dan Ballman across the 25 up to the 26-yard line and pick up on the play of about 4 yards.
I think
3rd down and a long 8.
And Chapman had his mind made up as soon as he got that ball in when they snapped it back to him, didn't he? He's had 67 carries this year for 226 yards. The average is 3.4 yards a carry.
Big play here for Waverly. 3rd down and 8. The ball at the 26.5-yard line. Chapman back to pass, pumps, throws it up the field, and Redding cannot bring it in. They're going to call pass interference on Bryant Briggs. And the Jetmore faithful in front of us don't care for that call, but the officials right down there on the field, it might have been Briggs across the arm or something. Chad Gahoon not saying much about it on the sideline. The only thing he's saying is saying something to his players.
I don't think the fans on this side could see that probably had his left hand wrapped around the back of his body, Jeremy, is what I think. That's what he called. He did a good job with his right hand out front.
So a 15-yard penalty against Jetmore. In high school football, it's not a spot foul. It is unless it's less than 15, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's less than 15, it's a spot foul. If it's more than 15, it's just 15 yards. So a 15-yard penalty against Jetmore.
Gives them the 1st down, though. So they got 1st down inside Jetmore's 39-yard line. Chapman,
there's a pitch out to Corson. Flag on the play. Corson breaks the tackle and is Twisted out of bounds by Aaron Ward at the 30.
Tell you what, you better get that Corson kid because he's quick.
And a holding call against Waverly. Corson ran for 1,444 yards this season. To boot, 26 touchdowns. He's caught the ball for 479 yards and an additional 10 touchdowns. So he knows how to find the end zone.
Yes, he does. Yep. That Corson is probably, between him and Chapman, they're probably 70% of their offense.
Corson in motion. Back to pass, looking down the field, has a man open. Church has it, he's going all the way. Touchdown, Waverly. Casey Church, 48 yards and the score for the Bulldogs.
That's a pretty good decoy, man. Not taking it away from Church, but all the Jetmore and other scouting reports, they was covering Corson that was out here in motion. And then I brought old Church just on a little, right over the middle, little old post pattern, and I'll tell you what, was he wide open, had a great pass by Denton Chapman, great strike, 185-pound senior. And he's had 72 out of 126 for the year. A little 57% completion. Here you come up for your 2-point extra point, Jeremy.
2-point conversion here. Corson, he is not going to get there. He is stacked up and will not get in. So Jetmore will maintain the lead for now with 4:28 to go. And man, Casey Church wide open. Look at that catch coming right at you.
You can run that replay a dozen more times. You're still going to score when you're that wide open.
Boy, Jetmore has given up 2 long pass plays, although one of them came back because of a penalty.
Well, everybody in the kitchen sink, everybody but the kitchen sink, I guess, was thinking Corson was going to get that pass because he had 2 of the D-backs on the Longhorns. It's kind of covering Corson, and that little post pattern right across the middle. Church is wide open, though Casey was.
Well, they covered Corson, and they cover Redding. Redding has 10 touchdowns receiving this year. Church coming into the ball game, 6 catches, 68 yards, no touchdowns. Well, he has 1 catch, 48 yards, and a touchdown in the state championship game and has reignited this Waverly Bulldog football team.
Any scouting reports you would have had, he's only had 6 receptions all year long for 68 yards. They average 11.3. Well, how many to get there? Oh, good 40, 50 yards right there on one play, wasn't it, Jeremy?
Just goes to show you got to cover everybody. And Jetmore with an 8-6 lead will get the ball back.
If they don't have the same colored jersey you got on, you better cover them.
You better cover, and if they get the ball, you better tackle them.
Yeah, that's right.
Boy, once Church got that ball, there's nobody in the middle of the field to even catch him.
Oh, that's perfect. Pass. Here
that
you go.
Kick is going to come down out of bounds.
Laundry
and
on the
it
field.
will be another flag on the play, and it will be Jetmore football. They'll probably have them re-kick it, if I was to guess.
I think these zebras must have some ants in their pants because the laundry gets a little nervous. It keeps coming out of their breeches. What's the deal?
I don't know. I don't get it. And Jetmore has declined the penalty. And they will take the ball at the 15.
No,
They've had to mark it up some.
No, they go up. It's not 15.
The officials are discussing it.
They're probably having trouble with the lines from the 11-man field to the 8-man field, too, you think?
It could very well be, and they will mark it at the 25-yard line. So it'll be Jetmore ball, 1st and 10 to throw in 25. The Weston Cosman will snap it back. Another shotgun formation, little wing T look for the Longhorns. Tyler Bucher in motion and sets up on the right side. Briggs. That's going to be a false start against Jetmore.
Yep.
Their second penalty of the ball game as well.
2 people moving at the same time. You'd think this is in Chief Stadium or something, Arrowhead Stadium with all that, huh? They always kept talking about all the noise in the crowd caused you to have a turnover.
There are a lot of fans here in attendance to watch this football game on both sides of the field. Jetmore here on the near side, Waverly on the far side. 1st and 15 from the 20. Ward has a little running room, spins off a tackle and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. He spun off the tackle of Matt Hevel and then was pounded to the turf by Heath Redding. 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 10.
He's had 4 fumble recoveries, old Heath Redding has, number 48. He's 175-pound senior. Had 1 interception so far this year.
4 minutes to go first quarter. 8-6, Jetmore with the early lead over Waverly. They're going to pass it this time. Briggs throws it out in the flat. Wide open is Ward. He tries to make one man miss, and he is going to spring forward for the first down and a pickup of 11. Finally brought down on the play by Jesse Britton. 11-yard gain and a first down for the Longhorns.
And Matt Hebel's the one that had him around the ankles and wouldn't let him go. But Matt Hebel, he's the coach's son. He's a 155-pound junior wearing jersey number 2.
So Jetmore nearing midfield. Longhorns 12-0. A little counter play, and Ward is wrapped up and leans forward for a pickup of maybe 1 on the play. Dakota Foster crashes down from his defensive end spot for the tackle.
Jetmore got trapped in their own trap. They'd run a trap play on the line of scrimmage, and everything got out of sync, out of timing, and barely lucky to make 1 yard.
Second down and 9 for the Longhorns. We'll see if they go to the air again. Yeah, they're going to pitch it out. Isaac Bradshaw with his first carry got hit hard by Matt Corson.
A lot of second effort out there.
Hit backwards, but he is going to pick up about 2 on the play. About the 38-yard line. 3rd down and 7.
Beckwith's coming out, so leaving Isaac Bradshaw in with Aaron Ward in backfield and Briggs under center.
3rd down and 7 for Jetmore. They need to get into the territory. There's a give up the middle. It's going to be close to a first down. Bradshaw got leveled by Corson. I think he's going to be about an inch short of the first down.
They'll go for it.
He picks up 6 3/4 yards on the play.
And referee Harold Solzman said, we're going to bring the chains in, and we're going to check this out to find out if did you make it or are you an inch or 2 short. So, Jeremy, it's all up here in the zebras out there having a little convention, stretching out the chains, and they are short by 6 inches.
Short for Jetmore. 4th down, and here's where you bring out your best short yardage play, and they're going to bring Craig Ford into the lineup, and Tyler Bucher will have a seat on the bench.
And in that 4-2 defense that Waverly generally plays, you're going to have those 2 in their D-backs over 200 pounds, Britton and Sitlington.
And they're bringing everybody up to the line. This time they're going to quarterback keeper, and it's going to be a first down for Briggs. He's going to pick up 3 on the play as he played Superman over the pile. Pickup of 2, actually. First down and 10, Jetmore.
That was a great play. And they keep the clock moving, they keep possession, and they move the sticks.
Good drive right here by the Longhorns.
Some of the best offenses is keep the ball, don't let the other team get it. They can't score if they don't have it.
Bucher split to the near side. Corson finally comes over to provide some coverage. They're going to throw it. Briggs in trouble, throws it up the field. He's going to score! Touchdown, Jetmore!
That was
33 yards, and the Longhorns are on the board again. Check his hands for stickum, Larry.
Whoa, my God.
Come up with that thing.
You couldn't have super glue on your hands and catch it any better than that. I'll tell you what, that ball just dove over, came down at the right moment, and Sherrill caught that pass. And he on stride. He didn't have to change gears. He just kept on going, had it in overdrive.
Jetmore trying to make it a 2-possession ball game here if they can score the 2-point conversion. Briggs is going to throw it again. In trouble, throws it up, incomplete, and it still remains a 1-possession ball game. 1:54 to go in the first quarter, and we've had some fireworks already. The Jetmore Longhorns are on top of this ball game by a score of 14-6. And watch this catch by Sherrill. Stuck his hands out, brought it in, and it was all over but the shouting from there on the touchdown catch by Anthony Sherrill.
Oh, he just right on stride. Couldn't have drew it up any better than that. Briggs couldn't throw in a better pass than that. Couldn't have a better receiver, better catch than that. And old Sherrill, he's had 17 rushes this year for 153 yards. The average is 9 yards a carry every time he's running the ball. And this time, he caught 23 passes this year for 405 yards and averaged 17.6 yards per catch. And that one went for how many yards?
33-yard pass.
33 yards there. That's twice what he normally gets.
So what a big play for Jetmore as they answer the Waverly touchdown with another score of their own.
And we're still in the first quarter.
This 8-man football right here up and down the field.
This is called the rootin' tootin' gunslingers out here going at it. And we're not in the OK Corral either.
Not yet anyway.
No.
Here's the kick, and Jetmore's going to
onside
it. And what a good job by Waverly to be ready for that one.
Number 11 did a great job.
Kevin Schmidt came away with that ball, and he got pounded, but he held on to it.
He paid the price, didn't he?
Paid the price for keeping his possession for his team. If he doesn't pay that price, Jetmore's going to be on that football.
Yeah, that's a great job by old Kevin Schmidt. He's a 140-pound junior, plays D-back most of the time, you know, like a safety.
1st and 10 for Waverly. Thrown 38-yard line up the middle course and second effort. He gets to midfield, and that's all the further he's going to go. Aaron Ward, Daniel Ballman in on the tackle for Jetmore. Pickup of a couple on the play.
You know, get this here. He's had 26 touchdowns this year, and he's had 20 extra points. He averages over 120 yards per ball game, and you can see why.
2nd down and 8 from midfield for the Bulldogs. Waverly 12-0, looking for back-to-back state championships. Over the middle course and makes a catch. He's fast! Look out, he's going to go all the way for the score! Touchdown, Waverly, 40 yards. Denton Chapman to Matt Corson, and he turned on the afterburners once he caught that football.
Let me show you. The Bulldogs said, let us show you how we can score, and we won't take as much time. You get that? I'll tell you what, you can just see that kid has got, he's about 75% of their offense. You've got to stop. You got to know where that Corson's at all times. If you can't stop him, you better slow him down.
And it was just a simple 10-yard in pattern, but he caught the ball in space and just turned it on. 2-point conversion to tie things up right here.
Split back.
Corson will be in motion. They're going to pass it, dump over the middle, looking for Redding, and he wasn't even ready for the football yet.
That's
and so Jetmore remains in the lead. And watch Corson catch this football here shortly. He came in on that in pattern. He caught it, and watch him go. I mean, there was nobody that was catching him.
The kid got wheels. And though Bradshaw was trying to catch him, Levin, he's no slow kid. He's faster than grease lightning, but that Corson, he just couldn't catch up because everything was in stride, like you mentioned, Jeremy.
1:11 to go here in the first quarter. And there's only 43 seconds that separated the Jetmore touchdown from the Waverly touchdown. And I'll tell you what, they better have got the light bulbs changed on the scoreboard here at Fisher Field because they're going to need them all.
They're keeping them all warmed up, aren't they? Going to get plenty of use today.
And so far on 2-point conversions, Waverly 0 for 2, Jetmore 1 for 2. And they've all been pass attempts, except for I guess there's one run by Waverly. So.
Well, Corson's caught 28 passes here for 479 yards. That's way out of the end zone.
Not going to be returned. Nearly out of the back of the end zone. So Jetmore will take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line following the kickoff by Denton Chapman.
That ball not only made the end zone, it went all clear to Halstead. You know, Halstead just west of Newton a little bit, about 10 miles, and I think it made it halfway over there.
1st down and 10 for Jetmore. A beautiful afternoon for football. Briggs in the shotgun formation. He's going to look to throw it again. Going to throw it way up the field, and it is incomplete, and that might be offensive pass interference.
That's going to be a close call.
Out there for Jetmore was Lucian Bradshaw, number 12, and we'll see what the call is. It might be offensive pass interference.
Well, 12.
No, it is defensive pass interference against Waverly. So that'll be a 15-yarder, and it will be a first down for Jetmore.
Coach Hebel's unhappy about that. Of course, it involves his son, number 2, 155-pounder, had that call go against him.
And I tell you what, Mike is on the far side getting in the ear of the official over there, but unfortunately, it's falling on deaf ears because he wasn't even the one that made the call.
No. He just got to vent his frustration to somebody, and that's the closest one.
First down and 10 for Jetmore at their own 30-yard line. 1:04 to go here in the first quarter. And that's a fumble, a flag on the field, and I think Waverly has the football. And they do. The Bulldogs have the football. The flag is going to go against somebody. I think it's going to be against Jetmore. And the Bulldogs
might have the ball back.
Might have the ball back.
They're discussing out there what the options are.
I'm not sure what the call is. Officials haven't made an official call yet. The chop block against Jetmore.
Well, that was going to be an easy decision.
And that was a quick penalty flag on the chop. Of course, those happen right away. Penalties declined. It's going to be Waverly football.
That's what I said. It's going to be an easy call when you get those options out.
So another turnover, the first one of the game on Jetmore. And Waverly, with their quick strike offense, has the ball back with a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and look for Corson to get the ball. I don't care if they send Dakota and Foster in motion again.
And there Corson goes out to the left side.
And then
they give it to Foster up the middle. And he's going to be able to manage about 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up second down and 6.
Part of Waverly's strategy might be, everybody's going to be looking for a Corson, so we send him in motion, see if we can draw some people that way, and then you give a straight dive to Foster the other way, and if he can spring it, he's got speed also.
Second down and 6 for Waverly. It's a short 6.
There's a lot of deception in this 8-man stuff in there, Jeremy.
It's fun football. It's fun strategically. Corson in motion again. They're going to play off of him this time. Foster, nearly the same play. He leans in, and he's going to be short of the first down as he picks up 5 on the play.
It was the same play, just all this time. By the way, the blocking, he just kind of cut off the left cheek of his lineman up front and kind of broke it up the left. Brings up third down and less than 1 yard.
7 seconds to go. Waverly wants to get a playoff before the quarter. Chapman snaps it. It's up the middle to Corson. He has the first down. And that is the end of the first quarter. He whittles his way down to the 17-yard line. And Jetmore will have the lead at the end of the first quarter. The ball just outside the 17-yard line following the fumble by Jetmore.
And they got that first down, remember, the last play of the first quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for Waverly. Foster in motion, Corson up the middle. He's met in the backfield. Anthony Sherrill came in and made the hit. No gain on the play. It'll bring up second down and 10.
And don't forget, number 58 was in there, old Craig Ford. Between Sherrill and Craig Ford, they finished him off in the backfield that time.
Denton Chapman will come back out with the play for the Bulldogs.
That Craig Ford is a 167-pound senior, number 58. Had 16 tackles and 1 sack this year.
Second down and about 10.5 to go. They're going to pass it this time. Chapman looking, it's nearly intercepted.
Whoa, great job.
What a job over there on the far side by Isaac Bradshaw as he turned his shoulders and saw the ball and tipped it away.
You know, Isaac's had 1 pick this year. He's had 43 tackles from that D-back position. And he's a 155-pound junior. Number 11, Isaac Bradshaw for those Jetmore Longhorns. Brings up a third down and 10.5 yards to go for a first down.
Casey Church, Matt Corson split to the far side, shotgun formation. Heath Redding hasn't caught a ball yet today either. Back to pass. Corson throws it over the middle of the field. It's incomplete. Craig Ford with the pressure.
Way over his head. The pass went too high.
Bryant Briggs with the coverage for Jetmore, and they tried to go to Redding that time, but Tell you what, Denton Chapman did not have time to set up and throw that football.
No, and Redding's kind of a sleeper. He's had 25 receptions this year for 547 yards. He averages 21.9 every time he catches the ball, but that ball was just about 3 feet too high and zoomed over his head.
Big play right here, 4th down and 10.5 for the Waverly Bulldogs. The home crowd on the near side trying to get Jetmore going. Back to pass Chapman. Under some pressure, throws it up the field, wide open. Incomplete! Corson had it in his breadbasket and dropped it. That was a sure 6, and it turns over to the Jetmore Longhorns.
I feel sorry for Matt Corson that time. He knew he's wide open. He knew he had everything to catch that ball, and I think he looked down to see if his feet was in bounds, Jeremy. And when he did that, then he lost concentration on the football, and it goes incomplete. And again, an old Roger Barda quote, 3 things can happen when you pass, and 2 of them's negative.
And of course, he's looking back into that sun, too, which is beating right down, going that direction. So 1st down and 10, Jetmore. Back to pass Briggs, pump fakes. He's hit. Is it a fumble or is it an incomplete pass? It's a fumble, I believe. And it is Waverly football. And they're trying to say he was passing it, but there is no instant replay in 8-man football. And Chad Cahoon is not happy on the sidelines.
I think he's more unhappy with his players that didn't get the block to give his quarterback a little extra time, more so than on the call.
That's the 2nd fumble Jetmore has lost in as many possessions. 11:05 to go, 2nd quarter. 14-12 Longhorns. There's the pitch out to Corson, gets a block, gets to the sideline, and is wrestled out of bounds by Bryant Briggs at about the 11-yard line. A pickup of a couple on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. Here's the fumble right there as you saw it. And Dakota Foster came away with the loose ball.
Well, 2nd down, he only got about 2 yards on it, so Corson's fast. He just run out of room on that end zone or end line.
2nd down, little counter play, and Foster tries to lean in and is brought down after a pickup of a couple. Chaz Beckwith in on the tackle for the Longhorns, and a pickup of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and 6 for Waverly.
Yeah, across that defensive front, you got James Courtney, number 46, 176. He's a nose guard. Chaz Beckwith plays that right defensive end. Ballman on the left defensive end.
Shotgun formation. See if they try to roll it. There's a throw out in the pass. Corson. He's trying to get to the 1st down marker, and he got leveled by Anthony Sherrills. He got inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. He's going to be short of the 1st down. They're going to mark him out at the 8-yard line. So it'll be 4th down and 5.
They're bending.
A pickup of 1 on the play.
That Jetmore Longhorn defense is bending, Jeremy, but they haven't broke yet on this series at least.
You have to think that Waverly is going to try and find Heath Redding on some type of a play, and Redding is split all the way to the near side.
Got twins to the left.
Chapman is looking that way. Pump fakes, under pressure, throws it, touchdown, Waverly, and a flag on the play. But I believe that is going to be defensive pass interference on Jetmore. We'll see what the call is.
Unless there's a legal pick, and
I didn't see any other Waverly Bulldog in the area.
No, but the pick because Corson and him go out there, but it was defensive.
Yeah, defensive pass interference, so the 8-yard touchdown pass will stand. And there they went to Heath Redding, an 8-yard touchdown pass. The third touchdown pass of the ball game for Denton Chapman.
See what they did? They had Redding and Corson both split out the side, and basically they just had an X pattern. So one of them kind of crossed off and got the defense, got the inside, and so that's where Redding caught the pass.
2-point conversion attempt for Waverly. It's an option. Chapman trying to push his way in, and he is not going to make it.
They stood him up.
9:35 to go in the first half, and the touchdown pass, a pump fake across the middle, and Redding through the traffic made the catch and the score. And just like that, Jetmore has fallen behind, and Waverly has come back, taken advantage of turnovers, and has taken the lead.
Absolutely. And we've always said that at every level there is the turnover. What do you do with it? And they punched it in and scored. In fact, it's been a good job by whoever caused the turnover. The other team takes the ball and makes something out of it and puts the ball in the end zone, don't they?
One thing that Waverly's going to be frustrated with in this ball game is their inability to get the two-point conversion. 3 touchdowns, 3 failed two-point conversions.
And they had that one, remember play, they had one series that 4th down, didn't make first down, they turned the ball over.
On a dropped touchdown,
Pass.
Which would have been a touchdown, but one play later and they get the ball back anyway.
That's right. Look at that big jump circle out there, you know, with the big end in the middle of it. Do you think we'll go back and like in basketball and have a jump?
That'd be quite the area to cover.
Yeah. Can't get inside the circle before the ball's tapped up on top. Well,
so
here we go.
Kick from Chapman. That's a high end over end kick. And it will be taken by Sherrill. He drops it. He needs to get his hands on it. He's going to be dropped inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. So Jetmore has a long field to go here. And it will be 1st down and 10 for the Longhorns at their own 4-yard line with 9:31 to go in the first half.
That old 185-pound senior, Denton Chapman, he puts that foot in that ball, and he got good air time with it. And this wasn't handled properly down there by Anthony Sherrill. But the Longhorns got the ball again from their own inside their 5-yard line.
1st down and 10 from the 4. Jetmore needs to get out of the shadow of their own goalpost. Loss of 1 on that play as Bradshaw is tripped up in the backfield.
By Sitlington. Blake, the 235-pound senior, broke through there, and he won that line of scrimmage that time.
Make that Aaron Ward on the carry, a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Ward, 9 carries, 14 yards in the ball game today. He's going to get the carry again, left side. Gets across the 5 out to the 7-yard line, picks up 4 on the play. And it will be 3rd down and 7. And the Longhorns would really be of great benefit to get a 1st down on this play, or Waverly is going to have great field position. 3rd down and 7. It's the 8-man Division I state championship games on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Split receivers
back
both
to
ways.
pass Briggs, steps up in the pocket. He's going to be sacked.
Dakota got
back
it.
At the 3-yard line by Dakota Foster. A loss of 4 on the play. It's 4th down, and Jetmore's going to have to punt it deep in their own territory.
Dakota Foster did a great job fighting off that block out there. He was on this side. He was on their right side. So Anthony Sherrill in that area and James Courtney.
The Jetmore not familiar with having to punt it too much. Daniel Ballman stepping back, and this is a big play right here. A good snap and a good kick.
What a kick. That is an excellent
boomer
kick.
by Ballman as Corson takes it all the way back at his own 30.
29,
has a little running room, still on his feet. Look out, 1 man to beat. And Ballman brings him down at the 22-yard line.
He outkicked his coverage that time. That was a beautiful, beautiful kick. You don't get him much better.
46-yard kick and a 28-yard return. So a net of 18 on the play. It's 1st down for the Waverly Bulldogs at the Jetmore 22.
Oh, you don't see very many kicks better than that at any level. I mean, what a perfect spiral. And he stood back only about a yard in from the back of the end zone when he got the ball.
You don't see very many passes with that nice of a spiral on it. Foster to the near side. They're going to give it to Corson off the right side. He lowers his shoulder and is able to squeeze through for about 4 yards on the play. $7:20 to go first half. 2nd and 6 after a pickup of 4 on the play by Matt Corson.
And you got across the line up there, you know, you got Redding left end, Joe Kaufman tackle, Mason Fleming is your center.
Second down and 6. Again, Foster. There's a pitch out to Corson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, driven back, still on his feet. And he will lose a couple yards on the play. Bring up third down and 8 after a loss of 2 on the play.
Them Jetmore Longhorns, they strung that out that time. They won that battle of the line. Strung it out and kept Corson from gaining anything. Looks like it's got timeout for the Waverly Bulldogs, what I say.
Timeout on the field. We'll take the timeout with you. 6:34 to go first half. Waverly on top of Jetmore, 18-14 on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Presentation of the 2006 8-man Division I state championship game between the Jetmore Longhorns and the Waverly Bulldogs is sponsored by
Rural Telephone and Nextech. Dedicated to localized service with numerous office locations throughout central and western Kansas, Rural Telephone and Nextech provide telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions. Serving the region for over 50 years, Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Gone Logo, screen printing, embroidery. We offer t-shirts, polos, caps, sweats, jackets, and more. Gone Logo in Hayes. American Lodge and Suites in Heston, offering a welcoming lobby with fireplace, 42 rooms including jacuzzi suites, indoor pool and spa, continental breakfast, and meeting room. American Lodge and Suites in Heston. Welcome to the end of the day. Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Jeff Hillman in Jetmore. Insurance and investments for everyone. Good luck, Longhorns, from Jeff Hillman at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Continuous Country 97.3, Q97 FM, Western Kansas' most listened to radio station. And by Jetmore Food Center, Hodgman County Health Center, Augustino's Restaurante in Jetmore, Beckwith Funeral Home Incorporated in Jetmore, Hastings Realty in Jetmore, Sidewinders Restaurant and Club in Jetmore, Esser Motors in Jetmore, the Farmer State Bank, Jetmore, Hanston State Bank, Hanston Insurance Agency in Hanston, Swift Services in Ness City, Pawnee Valley Feeders in Hanston, and the Jetmore Republican.
Back in Newton, the 8-man Division I state championship game on Smoky Hills Public Television. Jeremy McGuire and Larry Jantz. It's an 18-14 lead for Waverly, and a big opportunity right here for this Jetmore defense to get a stop on third down and a long 8 or a long 7.
What do you look for? I was going to say, there's going to be a pass to the Reddings area. Casey Church is a sleeper, and don't forget Corson.
I would expect Matt Corson to get his paws on this ball somehow. Third down and 8. Back to pass. Pump fake up the middle. Corson's out there. He's got it. It's a touchdown for Waverly. 30 yards. And the Bulldogs have extended their lead to 24-14.
Just an incredible job. Nice pass. Great spiral by Chapman. Denton stuck in there, held it. I mean, just a go pattern. Just go. And go right for the goalpost, and that's where they did. Missed the goalpost about 2 yards and scored a touchdown. How about that?
Matt Corson in the end zone for the second time, and that is the 4th touchdown pass from Denton Chapman. This one coming from 30 yards out. 2-point conversion attempt right here for the Bulldogs. Back to pass Chapman. Throws it out in the flat to Corson. He drops it. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be a flag against Sherrill.
See, and that's where the line's at, because I don't think he knew that he was out of bounds when he actually even hit him.
So a 30-yard pass from Chapman. We're going to see what the
be a dead ball play, won't it?
Official call is.
I mean, the pass was actually incomplete, and it'd be actually dead, and then you hit him out of bounds.
So the officials are going to talk about it, and we'll see what the call is.
Probably be marked off on the kickoff.
Foul defense will be assessed on the kickoff after the play.
So a dead ball foul, personal foul, and it will be assessed after the play like the official says. Larry Calvary is going to be down below here shortly. Tell you what, bringing some of the pep and some of the action here as we'll go down below to Larry.
All right, talking to Will Ludy here, the band leader for the Jetmore Longhorns, and some of them look pretty old. They're high schoolers?
Not all of them are. We got junior high, high school community members. We have a really, really spirited community, and we try to encourage that spirit in any way possible. And when our high schoolers are out on the football field playing and can't play their horns, some of the adults fill in, and we have a good old time.
Well, we'll look forward to listening to you a little later.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. Back to you guys, Jeremy.
All right, thanks a lot, Larry. And that's not very nice saying they're old. Making fun of people like Jantz.
Yeah, they've experienced. They've played they played that horn a while, that trombone, that trumpet, and that, clarinet. Probably stick a little bass in there. I'll bet one thing they don't have, that's Barry Bones Patton playing the rib bones. He's the best in the world.
A kickoff by Chapman. And
look at that penalty.
Jetmore's not even going to go after it. Of course, they're going to get better field position than they did last time when they got it at the 4.
He almost scored a field goal on this here kickoff. Wouldn't count, though, would it?
No. Be at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Longhorns, and they need to get something going. They trail 24-14. They led 14-6, but Waverly has scored 18 unanswered points.
Are you trying to say that Jetmore needs a 65-yard scoring play? Because that's how far they are to the end zone.
They could use one right now.
A 65-yarder.
They have everything spread out. There's a quick pass out in the flat. It's caught by Ward, and he is going to be driven out of bounds at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, a pickup of 12 on the play.
12 or 13. That's getting close down there out of that 65 yards. That's at that pace, it'd be about 5 or 6 plays and in there. 1st down, move the sticks anyway, Jeremy.
1st and 10 from the 27. Pick up 12 on the first play. Plenty of time to go here in the second quarter as the Longhorns are looking to get on the board again. There's the same play the other way. Ward makes one man miss because of a great block by Sherrill. Then he gets brought down by Kevin Schmidt. Also Dakota Foster out there after a pickup of 2 more on the play, 2nd and 8.
Kevin Schmidt did just a great job filling it after it went up there in the first block. As soon as that ball was caught, he came up and filled it and kind of knocked him out real well. He's got 74 tackles on the year, 3 fumble recoveries, and 6 picks, old Kevin Schmidt does, 140-pound junior.
Jetmore with the trips formation here to the near side. There's another quick pass out in the flat.
That was too quick.
Looking for Aaron Ward, and he wasn't even looking for the ball.
That was too quick. That was supposed to go in his chest. It went down at his ankles, not his chest.
Miscommunication there, 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, pretty tough to catch him down at your shoestrings. That's a lot to ask, isn't it? Catch him at your shoestring level, Jeremy.
Colby Yost checking into the lineup for Jetmore. He will be split to the top side. He only has 1 catch this year, 13 yards, but it was good for a touchdown. Back to pass Briggs, under some pressure, makes Foster miss. Looking down the field, throws it up, incomplete.
No, that's
intended
that was
for Aaron Ward and Matt Hevel on the coverage for Waverly.
That's great coverage by Matt Hevel.
And Jetmore will forced to punt again with 5:35 to go in the first half.
Trying to sustain a drive is difficult for the Longhorns. They'll shift back in the punt formation.
Ballman back, low snap, he gets it. And an end-over-end kick that's going to be taken by Church. He has some blockers. He's going to try and cut it back across the grain. Look at him go. He's hit and dropped at about the 37-yard line. A nice return by Casey Church. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Waverly at their own 37-yard line with 5:23 to go in the first half.
That Casey Church is pretty spunky. Pretty lively, 130-pound senior there, number 18. Casey Church doing a great job.
So now the Jetmore defense needs to step up and make a play. 1st down and 10. Back to pass.
There got hung up.
Chapman in trouble. Throws it out. It is incomplete, intended for Redding.
And they both fell down out there. Both the receivers, Corson and Redding, were both coming out on a pattern. They got about 5 yards of Jeremy down line from the line of scrimmage, and they both kind of tripped on the turf, got back up, still stayed in the play, but it went incomplete.
Mike Evel not happy with that play from his team. And Bryant Briggs tried to jump that pass, and if it would have been just a little bit lower, he probably would have scored 6 on that play.
Yeah.
But he did not.
That's so if a woulda, coulda, shoulda.
2nd down and 10. Chapman again to throw it. Pump fake.
He's
down
open.
the field, has his man caught. Church, touchdown Waverly.
He's in there.
What a catch by
What a
Casey
throw.
Church. His 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
What a throw and a catch. Man, it's a great throw by Chapman. Right before he's going to get knocked in the next week, he unleashes a great spiral pass to Church. Didn't miss a stride, kept on going, caught it, count it. 6 points for the Waverly Bulldogs.
It is 30-12, and that is the 5th touchdown pass of the ball game from Denton Chapman. And he is having himself a ball game. Two-point conversion attempt coming up here. 5:09 to go. Here in the 2nd quarter. Denton Chapman
Assistant coach
has thrown for 5 touchdowns, and we're going to have a timeout on the field. Waverly wants to talk about it. 5:09 to go, and I'll tell you what, Denton Chapman is finding lots of holes in that Jetmore secondary here in this ball game, Larry.
Yep, and he's really going to 3. He's going to 3 different people. You have to go into Corson, or Redding, or Church. That's the 3 people that's in the mix. Counting the old Chapman, who he's the one calling the shot. He's pulling the triggers.
So far, Chapman 6 for 10, 170 yards and 5 touchdowns.
And coming to this ball game, he had almost 1,200 yards. He had 72 out of 126 for the year. Connected on 57% of his passes. He's done better than that today. And he averaged yards per game was 98.4 yards per game average as far as on receiving. Scored 24 touchdowns on his own. He's had only 3 picks all year long, and then nailed 18 extra points. So Denton Chapman is a good leader and a good quarterback, and spreading the rock around to some nice receivers that enjoy getting it.
So Waverly 0 for 4 on 2-point conversion so far in the ball game. Chapman stands in the backfield virtually by himself with Corson split to his near side. There's a pass out in the flat, incomplete. That was intended for Foster.
Yeah, he led Dakota Foster a little bit too fast. Dakota's fast, but he ain't that fast.
And there it is. There was the pump fake. And there's the pass. And Church found the end zone, and just like that, Jetmore went from a 14-12 lead to a 30-14 deficit. The only thing is the missed 2-point conversions by Waverly has kept this a 2-possession ball game so far.
You know, and that last pass right there to Church, well, it was almost like Sherrill's was, earlier. The Jetmore, perfect stride, perfect deal. The 33-yard pass, remember when Anthony Sherrill caught that from Briggs? This pass here by Chapman almost was the same thing. Perfect on stride, and hit him right in the breadbasket.
So here comes the kickoff from Denton Chapman. He's done about everything today. I think his right hand is smoking.
Yeah, he better stick it in a bucket of ice at halftime, cool it off a little bit. He don't want to, though.
They will keep the pressure on the whole ball game.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of fighting.
That's a deep kick, and that one is going to be returnable. It's taken by Bradshaw at the 1. He's trying to go the other way, looking for a block. He's hit, and he's brought down at the 11. Coverage is superb by Waverly. It's 1st down and 10. Jetmore thrown 11. 5:03 to go here in this first half.
Well, they certainly need to get sustain a drive. And if they're going to pass the ball, they need somebody out there to catch it and make some yards with it. Keep the chains of movement on their side. Jetmore does.
1st down and 10 for the Jetmore Longhorns. Man in motion is Bradshaw. Briggs is going to option it. It's going to be a pass, and it is incomplete. Oh, that hurt.
Great job by
Pass
Corson.
was intended for Isaac Bradshaw. And it will be 2nd down and 10. Of course, as you mentioned, Ward played quarterback part of the season for the Longhorns.
He did a year ago. I think he did when he was a junior. When he was a junior, I think you're right on that. Or I mean sophomore, he did.
2nd down and 10. Left side Ward running room. Spins and is submarined under at about the 17 to pick up a 6 on the play.
Just brings up 3rd and a little shorter. That other was a nice looking play though, if it just could have caught it.
Jetmore needs 4 yards for a 1st down here.
Otherwise, they got to give up the ball again because they're deep in their own territory.
3rd down and 4. Briggs, left side, and it's Ward. Boy, he was 1 man away from breaking that. Matt Corson brings him down at the 26-yard line.
Yeah.
Pick up of 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, Matt, he saved the touchdown tackle right there. He did. He's had 4 picks this year, 69 tackles, 1 fumble recovery from this game from the defensive side of it.
1st down and 10 from the 26-yard line for the Jetmore Longhorns. Ward again, more running room, making people miss all over, still on his feet. 1st down, Jetmore. 12-yard gain, and Aaron Ward starting to take things under his own power.
All you young people watching this ball game, I tell you what, there's your true grit, determination, and never die attitude on that little Aaron Ward there. He just showed it to you, and that's what it takes. 154-pound junior.
Clock winds at 4 minutes to go in the 1st half, and that's going to be a false start.
46, old Courtney.
James Courtney came off early that time.
They didn't mean to.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Yep. But they still penalize you 5 yards, whether it's accident or what. So now it's going to be 1st and 15 from their own 32.5-yard line.
So Jetmore moves themselves back 5 yards, and they're going to have to pick up the slack here as the clock runs. It's going to be an option.
Fumble.
Briggs pitches it out. Finally. Ward is going to be slammed out of bounds at midfield. He's going to pick up 8 yards on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 7. So we'll call it a pickup of 9 on the play.
I saw 2 or 3 people looking back at that first back through there, and it looked like the ball was on the floor, on the old turf, but it wasn't.
2nd and 7 from the 40. Jetmore trying to get back in this ball game. Ward trying to dance through the Waverly defense, and he picks up nearly 4 on the play.
It'd just be short of 5 yards to go for the 1st down. 3rd down and a long 4.
3rd and 4 from the 37.
And it brings Colby Oakes in the game, brings a play in from old coach Chad Cahoon to see what they call.
3rd down and 4. They're going to pass it. Under pressure, over the middle, wide open Sherrill at the 25. Leans his shoulder in, driven out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Good call.
18 yards and a 1st down for the Longhorns.
Was he open across the middle or what, Jeremy?
There was nobody within 10 yards of him.
Tell you what, it worked, but it's a good thing he was open when he did, or otherwise old Briggs is going to have to eat that ball because there's 2 or 3 Bulldogs all over him.
That's what you call standing in to make a play.
Absolutely.
1st down and 10 from the 19 for the Longhorns. They continue to drive down by 16. There's a pitch to Ward. Cuts back. Gets some good blocking.
Had a lot of room, didn't he?
Sure tackling in there. Joe Kaufman makes the tackle at the 15. A pickup of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6.
Had a lot of room when he first got out there and made that cut. Had enough room in there you could drive a semi through it, but it closed. The hole closed in a hurry, didn't it?
And Ford will check back in with the play.
He kind of uses old Tyler Booker coming in, alternate, and bring in the plays. Him and old Oakes.
There's the little counter play. It's going to be a gain down to the 20.
Well, they got speed and deception is what's getting it. It's not the bulk on the line of scrimmage because the Jetmore Longhorns don't have it. Their biggest lineman is 183 pounds, Daniel Ballman, at left guard. Center's Wes Cossum, 156. Right guard, 176, James Courtney, sophomore. Here we come up, 3rd and inches.
We'll see if Jetmore just goes with a little quarterback sneak. Now they're going to give it to Bradshaw. He's hit, still on his feet, and nearly broke it. Kaufman brings him down at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 3 on the play and a first down for Jetmore.
And finishing out the line of scrimmage on both ends, you got Tyler Booker, 36, he's got your left end. Anthony Sherrill, the right end, number 8, 178 pound senior. So here we go. We got first down and goal to go, Jeremy.
Ball at the 7-yard line. The clock winds down, 1:35 to go first half. It's a pass play. There's a pass to Sherrill, makes the catch, sheds a tackle, backs towards the goal line, and he is going to be out of bounds.
About a yard short, isn't it?
They're going to mark him out at the 2-yard line.
So
pick up a 5 on the play, and it will bring up second down and goal from the 2.
Jeremy, there's more lines out there than there's volleyball lines on a basketball court. So it's tough to see whether it's 1 yard short or 2 yards short.
That's a lot of lines.
A lot of lines. The object is to cross the one that's marked in gold, huh? Or the one in white in this case.
Now, what a great venue for the state championship.
Oh, yeah.
Second down and goal from the 2. Jetmore needs 2 yards. Aaron Ward is going to get those 2 yards.
Yes, he did.
Touchdown, Longhorns.
All momentum changed a little bit.
1:23 to go in the first half. Jetmore's back on the board, and Ward comes out hobbling a little bit.
That's what the Longhorns needed.
Ward twisted his ankle, and they're going to send Chaz Beckwith back in. A 2-yard touchdown run from Aaron Ward, and Jetmore is finally back on the board.
Let's hope that's not serious for Aaron Ward because he's a spark plug for that defense.
There's the pitch to Bradshaw, trying to get to the corner, and he is going to be cut down short.
He couldn't get it turned. Couldn't get that corner turned over there.
With 1:23 to go in the first half, Waverly 30, Jetmore 20. The Longhorns getting back in it on the 2-yard touchdown run from Aaron Ward. And you saw him just lean in and get it in there. And he got that ankle twisted as was getting up a little slow right there.
A little gimpy.
That's big for Jetmore. That ankle is severely injured.
It's not so big here at the tail end of this here first half because it's about over. But he better use that halftime to get his wheels back in shape because they're going to need him down the second half of this ball game.
So do you think Jetmore tries to go with a onside kick again right here?
Yeah, you just better expect it. But Aaron Ward, he's rushed 252 times this year for over 1,403 yards, averages 5.6 yards every time he catches it. He's even caught 25 passes for 320 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he's even passed the ball 3 times out of 7. He's been successful for 99 yards. So Aaron Ward, who right now with the gimpy ankle or leg, has been a big cog for those Jetmore Longhorns.
And the kickoff taken by Corson at the 8-yard line, gets to the outside, gets some blocking, and he has brought down Lucian Bradshaw in on the tackle for Jetmore, along with James Courtney after a nice return of 25 yards for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, the Waverly. They get the ball, first down and 10 on about their own 27-yard line.
And the word is that Ward took a helmet right to the thigh. And if you get a square hit on that, that hurts. He's a free safety too, so we'll see if that affects what Waverly's going to do. Pump fake. Chapman throws it up the field. He was looking for Corson well out of bounds.
Way out of bounds.
And Jetmore just as well be ready for this injury. You got to watch out, watch for the pump fakes. Second down and 10. There haven't been many incompletions in this ball game by Denton Chapman. He's going to keep it this time up the middle, and he is going to be cut down by Anthony Sherrill as he crossed the 30 up to the 33-yard line.
Good gain, though, Jeremy.
His gain of 6 on the play, 3rd down and 4.
Under a minute to go.
Jetmore needs a defensive stop right here.
Yep, 3rd down and a long 4. From your own 34 or 33.
Lucian Bradshaw is matched up with Matt Corson. They're going to option it to the right side. Foster on the run. He's going to have a first down. He's down the sideline. Look out! And Craig Ford barely brings him down at the 20-yard line.
That was a neat, nifty move by old Dakota Foster over there. Where he went after a stop, kind of zigged back in, picked up a block or two, had the patience, wait on it, and then he streaked right back down that outside sideline for an incredible gain. How many yards, Jeremy?
27 yards on the gain by Foster.
Whoa.
First down and 10 from the 20. Chapman looking under pressure, throws it to the end zone, incomplete, and that's going to be a personal foul. A flag comes in late as Anthony Sherrill hit Denton Chapman, and what a mistake, as Waverly will now have it at the Jetmore 10-yard line.
And Matt Corson had quit running on the play. And was well covered. Yeah.
Shooting themselves in the foot. That's just a play you can't make. .7 seconds on the first half clock. And the officials are talking about what's going on right here. And Matt Corson has his hands on his knees and looking a little winded right now.
Well, that kid's running, but
and Larry Calvary is down below, has a word on Isaac Ward, or Aaron Ward.
All right, number 10, Aaron Ward. He took a helmet to the right thigh on that last touchdown for the Longhorns. He seems to be working it out. We'll see if he's back in the second half. Back up to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Larry. So the personal foul gives Waverly another first down. The Bulldogs are 10 yards away from getting another score on the board. Colby Osh at the free safety position right now for the Longhorns. Foster in motion. There's a pass. Chapman over the middle. Touchdown. The third touchdown for Casey Church.
Imagine that.
17.3 seconds on the first half clock, and it is Waverly extending their lead 36-20.
That's a great job, and like we said earlier, it only had six receptions coming into the year, or coming into this ball game, for 68 yards, but he averaged 11.3 every time he touched it. Now we got timeout by Waverly here on this here 2-point extra point.
So Waverly will take a timeout. 36-20 is the score. 17.3 seconds to go, and what a big momentum boost for the Bulldogs going in at halftime.
They answered it. Jetmore got what they needed. Just a little over a minute, and it didn't take them that many plays. And the Waverly Bulldogs has marched it back down there to try to get a momentum back and score that touchdown, which they just gave up. So keeps the scoring averages. What is the difference now? Here, Jeremy, what do we got here on the scoreboard?
36-20.
36-20.
2-point conversion pending for the Bulldogs. They've yet to convert on a 2-point conversion on their first 5 touchdowns. And this shootout is going to run me out of room on my scored paper.
We'll just have to get more.
I
think we're going to have more
I think
scoring.
we're going to need it.
Yeah.
It's a 16-point lead right now for the Bulldogs. They're trying to extend it to 18, and they're going to go for a kick. They're going to try and kick it right here.
He's done
Denton
that.
Chapman is the kicker. Corson to snap it. Church to hold it. Kick is up. It's on the way. It's wide right. So the extra point is no good. So Mike Hevell wanting to get that 3-possession lead, and the kick is no good. So with 17.3 seconds to go in the first half, Waverly on top by a score of 36-20, and Jetmore needs to get a spark or something on this return.
Yeah, they lost what momentum they had right here by letting old Chapman come down there and get a nice touchdown at old Casey Church. Does a great job. Casey, he's been on the end of at least 3 passes today, and at least 2 of them for touchdowns.
3 of them. That's his third touchdown catch. He had a touchdown catch of 48 yards, touchdown catch of 43 yards, and a measly 10-yard touchdown catch.
I think that kid might be a player.
I think you might be right.
130-pound senior.
And there that one was right there. That is why they have the pads on those goalposts, because Church met it after he made that catch.
They're trying to run the defensive guy into it, don't you think?
Sure.
Yeah, pick play.
Whatever works best for you.
Absolutely. Here comes Chapman with that kickoff.
That's going to be returnable. It's going to be taken by Isaac Bradshaw at the 10. Looking for a hole, still on his feet, trying to break to the outside. The ball's on the ground, fumble.
Are you telling me?
And Waverly has it. If something can go wrong for Jetmore, it's going to tonight. 10.2 seconds on the clock. And this is something else. It's the 3rd fumble that Jetmore has lost today.
Assistant Coach Jay Biggs has just got through giving old Chapman whatever play call is they want to do here to try to get another score before halftime.
Look for Corson.
Or Church. Or Foster.
And the back to pass. Chapman throws it up the field. Corson is out there. Intercepted. And they're going to try to break out of it, and they're going to go. Look out. And that is the end of half. That was intercepted by Isaac Bradshaw, the 2nd turnover of the ball game by Waverly. What a play, and what a ball game we have so far. We are through the end of the first half, and it is 36-20, the lead for the Waverly Bulldogs. Larry Calvary down below with Chad Cohoon.
All right, Coach, you had the lead early. They've battled back. Momentum's going every which way but loose here. What do you tell your kids at halftime?
We just got to play our game. We're just just like Maxville. I don't know, we're getting into their game, and they're a good football team, no doubt about it. They're passing on us, but our DBs are doing the same exact thing they're doing. They're getting nervous. They're backpedaling. They just got to run with them. We can run with them.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
All right, thanks a lot, Larry. And Chad Cohoon has some defensive coverages to go over with his team at halftime. When we come back, we'll have the second half right after this on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Presentation of the 2006 8-man Division I state championship game between the Jetmore Longhorns and the Waverly Bulldogs is sponsored by
Rural Telephone and Nextech. Dedicated to localized service with numerous office locations throughout central and western Kansas, Rural Telephone and Nextech provide telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions. Serving the region for over 50 years, Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Gone Logo, screen printing, embroidery. We offer t-shirts, polos, caps, sweats, jackets, and more. Gone Logo in Hayes. American Lodge and Suites in Heston, offering a welcoming lobby with fireplace, 42 rooms including jacuzzi suites, indoor pool and spa, continental breakfast, and meeting room. American Lodge and Suites in Heston. Welcome to the end of the day. Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Jeff Hillman in Jetmore. Insurance and investments for everyone. Good luck, Longhorns, from Jeff Hillman at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Continuous Country 97.3 Q97 FM, Western Kansas' most listened to radio station. And by Jetmore Food Center, Hodgman County Health Center, Augustino's Restaurante in Jetmore, Beckwith Funeral Home Incorporated in Jetmore, Hastings Realty in Jetmore, Sidewinders Restaurant and Club in Jetmore, Nusser Motors in Jetmore, the Farmer State Bank, Jetmore, Hanston State Bank, Hanston Insurance Agency in Hanston, Swift Services in Ness City, Pawnee Valley Feeders in Hanston, and the Jetmore Republican.
And welcome back to Fisher Field in Newton, the halftime of the 8-man Division I State Football Championships on Smoky Hill Public Television. The Waverly Bulldogs with a 36-20 lead over the Jetmore Longhorns. You see the fans getting into this football game. And the first half belonged to Waverly. The Waverly Bulldogs with 180 yards through the air in that first half, including 6 touchdown passes from Denton Chapman, 73 yards rushing for a total of 253 yards, 5 first downs for Waverly, 2 turnovers, including that interception right at the end of the first half, and a score of 36 points for Waverly. For the Jetmore Longhorns, who trailed 36-20, 81 yards through the air, 83 on the ground, 164 yards of total offense for Jetmore, including 7 first downs, but 3 turnovers by the Longhorns have really cost them, and they have scored a total of 20 points. One big factor in this ball game too has been the lack of ability for Waverly to convert on their conversions. They have scored 6 touchdowns in this ball game and have failed on 5 two-point conversion attempts, and they have failed on 1 extra point kick attempt. So these teams are struggling a little bit in this first half. Just about ready to start things here in this second half. Jeremy McGuire, Larry Jantz, along with the rest of the crew here on Smoky Hills Public Television, and Jetmore has to find a way to get something going offensively, but especially they got to find a way to stop this Waverly passing game.
Absolutely. Of course, you know what Coach said just right at halftime. He said we need to play our game, not their game. He said, kind of like Maxville, you know, he said our D-backs can run with their offensive receivers if they just will. And Jetmore all year long has been a second-half team, so they're going to do it. This is all for all the marbles. They better be a second-half team today.
You see Chad Cohoon talking down there. And if you would like a copy of the 2006 8-man state championship game on DVD or VHS copy, contact Smoky Hills Public Television, P.O. Box 9, Bunker Hill, Kansas 67626. Visit us online at www.shptv.org. Waverly coming out of the tunnel as they get a pep talk from their head coach, Mike Hevel, in his 31st year at Waverly, in his 14th year as a head coach, 108-35, winners of the state championship in Division II a year ago, Larry. As we mentioned earlier, 1 student over the count to still be in Division II, so they're Division I this year, and they're just as powerful in Division I as they were in Division II.
Absolutely, and it's just he mentioned that too when I talked to him on an interview. He said that we're 1 student above the line, so we're the smallest 1A school. They said that's what we are.
So Mike Hevel and Larry Calvary down below with the head coach of Waverly.
Seesaw battle. What'd you tell your kids at halftime?
Oh, just keep playing hard. They're not going to quit. They've got a good team. We just got to play hard.
And game plan for the second half?
Oh, try to convert an extra point every now and then. We were 0 for 6.
And so yeah, you guys trailed early. You came back, and momentum is swinging back and forth. What do you do to try to keep that momentum going your way?
Well, it'd be nice if we could score right off it. You know, that would help.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck second half. Back up to you, Jeremy.
Thanks a lot, Larry. Mike Hevel taking some time out for us here and gets back out and does his coaching. And yeah, he's right, Larry. I mean, you think 2-point conversion-wise, they missed 5 two-point conversions. That's 10 points right there. And another extra point, you know, you figure that's over a touchdown worth of points they've missed just on extra points.
It's been 11 points the way it was. If the kick would have been good and their 5 extra points, it'd been 11 points. And then that gets in the psychic of the other opponent. You know, the psyche. If you're 11 points down more than what you are even right now, then that starts working with your mind game. Man, it's just a matter of, let's see how strong that Jetmore can come back and play defense, because they're going to be tested. the air game, they're not going to let the air. I mean, Waverly's going to keep the ball in the air. The ground game is really nil.
So does Jetmore try and bring more pressure? Is there a way they can bring more pressure on the quarterback, on Chapman, or like Coach Cahoon said, and you mentioned, just run with their receivers and stay with them?
If they're going to
or
go
a combination thereof.
They're going to go on man coverage. They've got every man, but they better have a free safety some back there so he can float whichever way the ball goes. But most of the passes by Chapman, what I've been impressed by is they're bullet-type passes. They're either going to go to the receiver or not. They're either caught or they're not. They're not no rainbow passes where it's up for anybody, you know. And so that impresses me with Chapman is the way he zings the ball with a great tight spiral. You don't see that often. But when you do, you appreciate it.
You know, one thing I've noticed about when he goes back to pass, a lot of pump fakes, a lot of, go back, pump that arm once, try and freeze that secondary, and then it really looks like it's allowed the receivers to get separation, and therefore that separation has created a lot of open passes.
Absolutely, and it's been
6 touchdowns.
It's been effective because it's happened exactly like you described. I mean, he has, but that pumping once, pumping twice, then fires the ball, and he's had time to do it. And if you can get the kids to trip on their feet, the defensive back, where he zigs and zags, that extra second is all it took for a couple of them people to get open and score.
It's effective because on that touchdown catch by Matt Corson, his first one, the 40-yard touchdown catch after Jetmore had taken the 14-6 lead, what Corson did was a little in pattern. It was a short pass, and so the defensive secondary has to honor that. And then those pump fakes, they try and honor that, but I'd let them try and burn me underneath before I'd let them go over the top like they have.
Yeah, and Jetmore better, as I told a couple spectators at halftime, I says the Jetmore's brand name or their logo is called Longhorns. And I said they better be long, not short. They're playing like Shorthorns out there occasionally because they're coming up short on covering those receivers, and they need to go back to playing their game, not the opponent's game.
We'll see if the Longhorns can get a turnover. They intercepted a pass in the end zone, did Isaac Bradshaw, right at the end of the half, which proved to be a big play because if Waverly gets another score, and they're up by 3 touchdowns right now, it'd be awfully difficult.
Absolutely. So this is very important. First series of the second half.
And there's a kick, a line drive kick. It's going to be taken.
It'll be returned
by Casey Church from the 10-yard line, and he is going to be tackled and brought down. Craig Ford brings him down at the 18. It will be first down and 10. Waverly at their own 18-yard line. We'll see what kind of defensive adjustments Jetmore made at halftime.
That old Craig Ford's done a good job for Jetmore, though, really. He's been in a lot of stops all day so far. And now we have here Cheryl's calling the defensive sets. And we'll see what they end up doing out here on their old.
Aaron Ward back in the lineup for Jetmore at safety. They're going to give it right up the middle. Corson takes it to the 20. Pickup of 2 on the play. He got hit hard once he got that football.
Yeah, and that tackle there was by number 46. James Courtney caught that for only a 2-yard gain, the old nose guard. He's had 94 tackles all year long. He's had 3.5 sacks, and so James Courtney, number 46, he's a 176-pound sophomore.
Second down and 8, split backfield for Waverly. Corson will come in motion. They're going to be a runner by Chapman, and he's going to be hit and brought down by Sherrill. He's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. Will bring up third down and a long 3.
And Jeremy, we've seen that formation and seen that play, either Dakota in motion or Matt in motion, up to this point. And that time, Chapman kept the ball himself, see? Same action, but just a little deception added into it. So third down and 3 to go.
Ball sits at the 25-yard line of Waverly.
And Jetmore needs to stop.
Corson in motion again. It's going to be a pass. Under pressure, thrown out in the flat. Foster has it. He has a first down, still on his feet, breaks the tackle up to the 35-yard line, picks up 10 and a first down for the Bulldogs.
And they keep the chains moving. And what Jetmore did not need is to have the Bulldogs convert and make a first down conversion. That happened, and now they got to still play defense a little bit, and they can't score when they don't have the ball.
First down and 10 from the Waverly 35-yard line. Mason Fleming to snap it back. Little
Second
counter
back.
action. Foster had a hard time getting that handoff. And he's going to pick up 1 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
He's limping a little bit, but he'll be all right. Dakota Foster, that is. Matt Hevel, he just got to bring in the next play.
And he'll line up at the right end. Just off the outside shoulder of Jesse Breton, the 205-pound senior. Foster in motion. There's a pitch out. The ball's on the ground, and luckily Chapman was able to get a look at the penetration over there on the right side of that defensive line. Caused that.
Well, what
fumble.
happened? I don't know if it's a penetration so much as that. Old Joe Kaufman, he pulled. He was going to pull and go outside and get explode him on a block. And Chapman was right in his way. In other words, his tailback was not far enough back to get the pitch. He threw it at the right angle, but he hits old number 58, Joe Kaufman, right in the back.
3rd down and a long 11 for Waverly. Chapman.
Pass.
On the roll, throws it out, and it is caught.
Portion.
And it's enough for a 1st down.
Good throw. Good
Pick
catch.
up of 13 yards and a 1st down. Aaron Ward still in the ball game, but playing at free safety after the injury in the first half. 1st down for Waverly at the Jetmore 33-yard line.
Crossbuck.
2nd man through, that is Corson. Gets down inside the 30, down to about the 27-yard line. A pickup of 5 yards on the play. Larry Calvary, you're down on the field, has some news on Aaron Ward.
Yeah, you might notice number 10, Aaron Ward, is back out defensively for the Longhorns. He is favoring that right thigh. I talked to the trainer. They worked on it at the half. He's going to try to play. As you can see, he's favoring that leg. Back to you, Jeremy.
So we'll see how he does. We haven't seen him offensively yet. There's a pitch out. Corson, look out. And Ward lays him out at the 20-yard line, but not before a pickup of 7 yards and a 1st down for Waverly.
Just keeping that ball moving, 4 and 5 yards at a crack. Jetmore can't score if they don't have the ball. And Waverly escaped what could have been a disastrous error a while ago when the fumble hit the back of old Kaufman, and they recovered it. Chapman got on it. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ball just outside the 20. Foster motions to the left. There's a give up the middle. Corson is hit immediately. James Courtney brings him down, a pickup of 1 on the play.
Great job by the nose guard, Courtney, hanging right in there. Daniel Ballman's the defensive end, come in there and helped out a little bit. Craig Ford did. Chaz Beckman out there at defensive end, number 32.
Second down and 9. Ball inside the 20-yard line. This drive has taken nearly 4.5 minutes off the clock already. There's an option left side. Chapman's going to keep it. He's hit. Sherrill in on the tackle, along with Courtney and also Craig Ford. 4-yard gain. It's 3rd and 5. Five carries, 17 yards in the ball game for Denton Chapman.
She's got their same split backfield. Second
There's
back.
Foster up the middle. Touchdown, Waverly. 15 yards on the carry, and the Bulldogs have their largest lead of the contest, and it's 42-20.
And that's a great job. All he did was Dakota second back through, and all of a sudden he got through about 6 yards, and it's Katie barred the door because he nobody around him. He went in there untouched. So the great job of blocking by the linemen of the Bulldogs up front to move out the Longhorns. Now here's that 2-point extra point coach is talking about.
See if they can get their first 2-point conversion of the ball game. Empty backfield. Chapman's going to go right up the middle. Is he in? He did not get in.
Oh, he did.
Oh, they did put the arms up in the air. Looking on the near side, didn't see the arms go up, but the touchdown and the two-point conversion are good with 6:59 to go in the third quarter. There's the Foster touchdown run. Nobody at home for the Jetmore defense, and they have to strike quickly now offensively as Waverly took 5 minutes and 1 second off the clock on that drive, Larry Jantz.
I'll tell you what, it's like we just mentioned a while ago, you got to have the ball to score. And if you can't get any turnovers, and they had one mishap out there, but Waverly got on it and kept that drive alive. And about a half dozen plays later, while they scored that touchdown by Dakota, we just saw Dakota Foster. So Jetmore better strike back fast and quick and often if they expect to be in the hunt the second half. They're a second half team. They have been all year long. They were against Maxfield. They got down early, and they come back and they beat them in overtime, 46-44. Well, they need to, the Longhorns need to some of that kind of spunk and aggressive action today, right now.
Well, Waverly is, I think, a class by themselves because they are one heck of a football team and tough to bring down. Kickoff is coming by Chapman deep, well into the end zone, nearly out of the back of the end zone, and it will be 1st and 10 Jetmore at their own 15-yard line. And no time like the present to get something done for the Longhorns.
They got 65 yards to go, but hey, what an arm. What an arm he's got, plus what a foot, huh, that Chapman's got.
He can do it all.
He can throw it, he can kick it.
That touchdown by Dakota Foster was the first touchdown run of the game for Waverly. Previous to that, 6 touchdown passes. Chaz Beckwith into the lineup for Jetmore. They trail by 24 right now and have got to get some scores on the board. There's a direct snap. Isaac Bradshaw hit, dropped. He's not going anywhere. Joe Kaufman in on the tackle for the Waverly Bulldogs. A loss of a yard on the play will bring up 2nd down and 11.
You always got to watch that Kaufman because he's had 139 tackles this year, 2 sacks and 1 fumble recovery. So 58 is always tough.
And it's a pass this time. Briggs throws it over the field. It's going to be caught by Sherrill, and he's going to be dumped by Chapman and Matt Hevel up at the 19-yard line. They pick up a 5 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
And Anthony Sherrill gets up on there with old Joe Kaufman, and they kind of do a little rooster fighting out there. You know, the little bulldog and a longhorn trying to mix it up a little bit after play. Just showing their spunky, get after it attitude.
Clean football game so far. Not much picking, not much fighting. Just
slobber knocking hitting.
Go get him. Briggs to pass again. That ball is nearly intercepted by Kaufman. If he gets his hands on that thing, he is going all the way for a touchdown. And he saw the end zone before he had a chance to catch the ball.
A pretty tough old bulldog, I'll tell you what. If he's up on the porch, I bet he guards that porch pretty good. Don't let any little dogs up on there. He's a big dog.
Jetmore in punt formation. Ballman,
they always shift
standing back at his 8-yard line, gets the snap and gets the punt away.
Oh, off the side of his foot.
Off the side of his foot, and is going to be out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. So great field position for Waverly. 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. 44-20 Bulldogs.
And they get to take over, the Bulldogs do, in Jetmore territory because of that.
We'll see if the Bulldogs go for the jugular right here.
Why not?
Casey Church not in the lineup as we speak. There's a give up the middle. Corson hurdles the line of scrimmage and picks up 3 on the play.
It looked like a broad jumper.
2nd and 7. They don't broad jump anymore.
What they call long jump?
Yeah.
Short jump, long jump.
It's further than either you or I could jump, so we'll call it a long jump.
Do a long jump in Longhorn territory.
41 yards today so far for Matt Corson on the ground.
Second back
through. He's
through.
going to get the carry again. He's submarined under.
Yeah.
Anthony Sherrill came in and fought through the blocks. A pickup of a yard on the play. 3rd down and 5. We'll call a pickup of 2. Now Waverly content to run a little of that clock as it winds down to 4:40 to go in the 3rd quarter.
So you got Ford over there on defensive right end. Now you got Twins to the right.
And Chapman's going to keep it, and he is going to be cut down short of the 1st down. Anthony Sherrill in there on the tackle. Daniel Ballman also in there.
Assistant coach Jay Biggs threw in a play that time, didn't work, but that's one of the few times all day that they haven't worked. So now they're going to have 4th down, about 4 yards to go, and I would say Denton Chapman, he's got the call from the sideline, and we're going to find out whether Matt Corson gets it or Dakota Foster, or we're going to throw a play action pass to Dakota Foster or Casey Church or Redding. Now we're going to call timeout.
Timeout on the field. 3:47 to go, 3rd quarter. We'll take it with you. We're back after this timeout on Smoky Hills Public Television. Back at Fisher Field in Newton. It's a 4th down and a long 4 for Waverly. The ball spotted at the Jetmore 31-yard line. The Bulldogs taking over this possession at the Jetmore 37 following a short punt by the Longhorns. Big play right here. Hey, Larry, I would watch out if I'm Jetmore for a play action pass of some kind as they maybe try and get Chapman out of the pocket.
You're reading my mind. That's exactly what I think. It's going to be a play action pass. And look for old Chapman to come out and do his famous thing. He might look left, pump or fake, and then all of a sudden he'll look the other direction and deliver the ball. He's going to be in the shotgun formation, so he's going to get a look.
Everybody split to the near side. Heath Redding is lined up on the left side of the line. It's an option to the right. Corson is going to have a 1st down. Matt Corson is going to pick up a 1st down as he gets 5 yards on the carry. He needed 4.
Uh-oh, they've spotted it. Now they might measure it. They brought it back from where the spot where you thought.
It is a 1st down. I'll call it from here.
Okay. But they're still going to bring it in and measure it.
Just to make sure. Just to make sure, but it's a 1st down, and Corson broke 1 tackle, and that could have been the key play of the ball game. And it is a 1st down. Pick up a 4 on the play. That little extra effort by Matt Corson picks up the 1st down for the Waverly Bulldogs, and they continue to run some clock here.
I think that Bulldog, Matt Corson, he might have some pit bull in him. He's pretty fierce.
You might be right. Chapman taking all the time he needs. They're going to keep running the football. Corson to the right side. Breaks 1 tackle and is out of bounds. They're going to mark him out at about the 23-yard line. So he'll pick up 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Quentin Flanagan over there says, buddy, you went out of bounds right here. Mark it down. Got Randy Kaufman as umpire, and Daniel Worcester is the linesman on the far side, on Waverly side, and the referee is Harold Solzman.
So 2nd down and 6.
2nd back again, Foster.
Foster backtracks, and he's brought down. He's going to lose about 2 on the play, loss of 3 actually. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
And that's what Jetmore did. They had 2 consecutive plays in a row. They kind of stuffed them and didn't let them get much. Matter of fact, now it's 3rd down and 9. So this is Jetmore. If they're a second half team, well, they better get with it.
Now's the time to show it. They've only had 3 plays on offense in the second half.
That's not enough. If you're not scoring on all 3 plays, then it's not enough.
And Waverly has controlled the clock. 3rd down and 9. They're going to run it again. Little shovel pass.
Oh, yeah.
Heath Redding with it, and he's going to have a first down. You saw that thing developing.
First time we've seen that play all day.
Pickup of 10 yards on the play and a first down for Waverly.
Brought old Heath Redding, though, left in. They just kind of brought him after the line of scrimmage. Well, they just brought him back in there, a little shuffle pass to him, and like you said, it's good for a first down.
Waverly doing about anything they want offensively right now.
And they needed 3rd down at almost 10, didn't they? And they got it.
3rd down along 9, and they got 10. Just exactly what they needed. There's a give up the middle. Corson met at the line.
I'd say Mr.
Craig
Ford.
Ford on the tackle, pickup of a yard on the play.
That Bulldog truck just got smackered by a Ford, a Craig Ford truck. Was that the 150 model, the 250 or 350 model on that Ford, Craig?
It's not a very big one, so I'm going to go with the 150.
150 truck, okay. Anyway, good job by Craig Ford.
2nd down and 9. There's motion again. Option. Chapman keeps it. Brought down by Courtney. Going to pick up another yard on the play. 3rd and 8.
From the defensive end position, though, Craig Ford did a great job on that play, too, because he turned Chapman in. Chapman wanted to go outside and pitch. But
125 on this clock. And from that time, that first half where they went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, tell you what, it's been the opposite in this half.
Yeah, there's not much back and forth, the fourth part.
Look out for Church right here. He's lined up on the right side. There's a pitch back to Corson. He steamrolls his way, and he's going to be cut down short of the first down. He needed to reach the 5. He got to the 6.
Whoa.
So he picked up 7 yards on the carry. It's 4th and 1.
Is this the big down for the Jetmore Longhorns and see if they can't stuff this one?
They have to stuff him right here. They don't stop him here. This game is going to be dreadfully close to over for Jetmore, as they trail by 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions right now. The clock running down at 30 seconds. And we have a timeout on the play. Timeout, Jetmore. The Longhorns take a timeout, and this is just such a huge moment in this ball game. Chad Cahoon wanted to take a chance to talk about it with his players, and a situation like this, man, you have to bring it if you're Jetmore, Larry. Just absolutely have to bring it and do everything you can to cut them down short of that first down marker.
Yeah, because if Waverly punches the ball in this time, gets the first down or gets the touchdown, and it's going to be lights out. Like we said, Danny Don Barrett sometimes says, "Turn out the light, boys, the party's over."
So after the timeout, we'll see if Jetmore comes up with some kind of a formation to try and submarine underneath those big offensive linemen. 175, Heath Redding, Joe Kaufman, 200, Mason Fleming, 180, Jesse Brenton, 205, Casey Church, not so big, 130 pounds, and he will line up on the right side. Chapman back underneath center. They need the 5-yard line for a first down. Big play right here.
Absolutely.
There's a pass, end zone, Church, touchdown!
Imagine that.
4 touchdown catches for Casey Church. This one from 6 yards out, and it is a 50-20 lead for the Waverly Bulldogs. What a call by the offensive staff for Waverly.
That was a great call by Jay Biggs. He's assistant coach. He's doing all the call playing over there for Coach Mike Hevel, and did a great job there. The Chapman, he just kind of faked a little bit to the left like he's done before, pumped it. All of a sudden, Church, an inside move, makes it. Here's that 2-point extra point.
2-point conversion. Foster is no good. No good. So 23.5 seconds to go in the third quarter, and it is all Waverly. the Bulldogs on top of Jetmore 50-20. There is Church bringing it down, looking it in, and what a ball game for this senior.
Done a great job.
130-pound senior. He had 6 catches for 68 yards coming into this ball game.
Yeah,
today,
4
catches,
4
touchdowns, 107 yards unofficially. Not too shabby.
He could be a thoroughbred. Yes. As we've had in the past, that's as we used to always have. John Madden on Monday Night Football had his horse trader. Well, here at 8-man country, we've always had kind of thoroughbreds. And he's playing like a thoroughbred today, isn't he, Jeremy?
He's playing pretty good. He's playing better than he's played all year long. Of course, who knows? Haven't seen a Waverly game this year, so I'm not sure exactly how much they've even tried to go to him.
But he averaged 11 yards a catch. He had 66 receptions for 68 yards coming into the state final game. Like you said, over 170 yards a day and 4 touchdowns. That's amazing.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is.
That kick is not even going to be returned.
Save your blocks,
the
boys.
back of the end zone.
Yep, save your blocks. Is it going to come out to the 15-yard line?
The Waverly cheerleaders liking what they see so far. And now Jetmore with 23.5 seconds to go in the third quarter are running their 4th offensive play from scrimmage.
Absolutely.
Not counting the punt.
That is not, if you want to be a second-half team, you got to have the ball. And this, like you said, 4th play, here we come up. Shotgun formation.
Briggs going to option it to the left side. He got some running room. Ward down the sideline, a little gimpy, but there's a flag on the play, laying on the carpet at the 23. See what the call is. It's in the neighborhood of holding.
Or downfield block. Holding.
It is a legal block in the back. That will go against Jetmore. So the Longhorns get a good play, but they had some assistance in doing so.
Shame on you. Assistance by blocking the back, and the Zebras caught it.
They'll move them back. It's a 10-yard penalty. It occurred 7 yards down the field.
So 1st and 12, let's call it.
1st down and 12 for Jetmore. Back to pass. Briggs looking out in the flat. Has his man Ward. Makes a catch. Makes one-man miss. Still on his feet. Little stutter move is driven out of bounds by Heffel. After a pickup of 11 yards on the carry. 9.9 seconds on this third quarter clock, and will bring up 2nd down and 1.
Or less than 1. About the length of the football, Jeremy, but now's a good time. You can waste it. If you had to. Go for the marbles.
Briggs, back to pass, looking. There it goes. Looking down the field. Has a man out there. Incomplete. Looking for Isaac Bradshaw. And we'll have enough time for another play here in this third quarter. Bradshaw had a step on his man. That pass was just a little bit too far. Third down and a short one for the Longhorns.
So you got Lucian Bradshaw on this side.
There's his pass to Bradshaw. He makes the catch. Still on his feet, trying to get extra yardage, and he will have a first down.
I think that pass went to Ward, though.
A pickup of 4 yards on the play. It was Ward. So we are at the end of the third quarter, a quarter dominated by the Waverly Bulldogs. We go to the fourth quarter. Waverly 50, Jetmore 20 on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Presentation of the 2006 8-man Division I State Championship game between the Jetmore Longhorns and the Waverly Bulldogs is sponsored by
Rural Telephone and Nextech. Dedicated to localized service with numerous office locations throughout central and western Kansas, Rural Telephone and Nextech provide telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions. serving the region for over 50 years. Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Gone Logo, screen printing, embroidery. We offer t-shirts, polos, caps, sweats, jackets, and more. Gone Logo in Hayes. American Lodge and Suites in Heston, offering a welcoming lobby with fireplace, 42 rooms including jacuzzi suites, indoor pool and spa, continental breakfast, and meeting room. American Lodge and Suites in Heston. Welcome to the end of the day. Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Jeff Hillman in Jetmore. Insurance and investments for everyone. Good luck, Longhorns, from Jeff Hillman at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Continuous Country 97.3, Q97 FM, Western Kansas' most listened to radio station. And by Jetmore Food Center, Hodgman County Health Center, Augustino's Restaurante in Jetmore, Beckwith Funeral Home Incorporated in Jetmore, Hastings Realty in Jetmore, Sidewinders Restaurant and Club in Jetmore, Nusser Motors in Jetmore, the Farmer State Bank, Jetmore, Hanston State Bank, Hanston Insurance Agency in Hanston, Swift Services in Ness City, Pawnee Valley Feeders in Hanston, and the Jetmore Republican.
Jetmore first down and 10 over the middle of the field. It's caught by Aaron Ward. He's still on his feet inside the 40 to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 16 yards and a first down for the Longhorns as we're back to action.
That's the way the fourth quarter's got to start for them Longhorns to get that. And Aaron Ward looked like a pinball, bouncing off this tackler and that tackler and this tackler, and made it, didn't he, Jeremy?
Hurry up offense now for the Longhorns as they need to score in a hurry. Back to pass Briggs. Time to throw. Pump fake. Ducks under. Still looking. Throws it back over the field. It's incomplete. Well out of bounds, and good job by Briggs just making some time for himself. Good coverage by the Waverly secondary as well.
Yeah, he was just trying to, he didn't want a sack. He was trying to keep a sack so he could get incomplete and stop the clock if we can't find somebody open.
That's going to be a false start against Isaac Bradshaw. 5-yarder, and those are killers.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Not paying attention right there.
Out there where he's at, a split receiver, I think it used to be. Most coaches just say, just watch the ball. Only leave on the ball. Don't worry about anything that's been said. Play calling, because it could be defensive guys trying to say something and call you off ball, get you offsides. So just go on and snap the ball.
So second down and 15 following the false start against the Longhorns.
And nobody hurts any more than what Isaac Bradshaw did, because he knows that penalty is against him. So here we go. He's up on our center.
Briggs back to pass. Under pressure. Breaks free. Throws it well downfield. Incomplete. Intended, or I should say the nearest receiver was Tyler Bucher.
Yeah, he got third down and 15. I'll tell you what, that old 58, that old Joe Kaufman just about had him though for a sack, didn't he? Joe's had
really close.
Joe's only had 2 sacks all year long, but he almost got one. But the old Heath Reddings had 7 sacks on them, and Dakota Foster's had 6 sacks playing the other side. So that's a lot of sacks that the Bulldogs have had all during the year.
Third down and 15. Back to pass again. Briggs under pressure, looking
He's
down
open.
the sideline. Has a man. Incomplete. Looking for Aaron Ward. Good coverage over there on the far side. We have a flag on the play. That's in the neighborhood of illegal contact. See what the call is. Looks like we'll see what the call is. Officials discussing it, and we are going to have a hold against Waverly.
That's why Waverly stick with Aaron Ward that time. He's holding him. Keep him from getting open, huh? Well, that's okay if you can get by with it. That's why you got the zebras, though, to keep it honest.
Mike Hevel on the far side pleading the case for his team.
Holding. Defense, 10 yards, replay third.
So a 10-yard penalty.
Thank you, Mr. Solzman. Letting us know what's going on. So that 10-yard down. Now we got 3rd and 5 instead of 3rd and 15.
A little bit more reasonable on this attempt for the Longhorns. 3rd down and 5 from the 30.
Briggs up underneath center.
Bradshaw in motion. We have a false start.
Procedure. Yep. I think Sherrill moved.
Sakes.
I think Anthony Sherrill moved for sure, and maybe 11. Did Isaac in motion? Did he turn up? Just
it looks like he turned up before that because the penalty came in. I mean, there's 3 officials.
I think we had 2 people moving at the same time.
Toss the flag, and Jetmore's going to take a timeout. Timeout for the Longhorns. 50-30, or 50-20 is the score. And Jeremy McGuire, Larry Jantz, the rest of the crew of Smoky Hills Public Television here at Fisher Field in Newton. And it's been a battle, but boy, Waverly's got the better hand of it in that 3rd quarter where Waverly controlled that football.
Bulldogs.
Pretty impressive.
The Waverly Bulldogs in that 3rd quarter definitely had the Longhorns in the cattle chute with all the dehorning equipment there, and they got them dehorned. Them Longhorns was called shorthorns. They didn't have the ball very long.
Just a reminder, if you'd like a copy of the 8-man 2006 state championship game on DVD or VHS copy, contact Smoky Hills Public Television, P.O. Box 9, Bunker Hill, Kansas, 67626. That's where we're at. That's where tapes are at. Give them a call. Write them. Contact them however you may. Be happy to get you a copy of the ball game. Back to pass Briggs. Sidesteps the rush. He isn't going to sidestep that. That ball's on the ground. They're going to say he was down. A loss of 4 on the play. Now we have 4th and 14, and
yeah, James Courtney though back there protecting. He got the fumble if there was one, but they said it's down by contact. That's cool. But other than that, Courtney, he recovered that ball, and he's a 176-pound sophomore that plays right guard for the Jetmore Longhorns.
Oh, that didn't work. Aaron Ward's in trouble. Ball still on the ground. Jetmore has it. That was 4th
Waverly's
down.
Ball right there.
All the way back at the Jetmore 29-yard line. A loss of 12 yards on the play.
I think somebody took the wheels or the spokes off the old covered wagon then.
Yeah, the wagon wheel fell apart on that one. So now Waverly can pretty much
just run out the clock.
Just run this thing down. 10:45 to go. Corson, right side. Winds down to the 26-yard line. Picks up 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7.
You better believe you're going to get a steady dose of Corson and Dakota Foster. And it's going to be up the defensive line of the Longhorns to put a rush on them and stop them. Got to stuff them out the line and force them to pass. And they've been very successful at the passing game today, haven't they? Jeremy.
2nd down and 7. There's a give to Foster. He goes up the middle. Brought down by Courtney. He leans into the 22-yard line. Picks up 4 yards on the play there, and it will bring up 3rd down and 3.
Yeah. Got to find that was old Anthony Sherrill. He knocked old Corson down. Corson was that lead blocker for old Dakota at that time, but he's playing there at linebacker. Gonna blitz him. Oh, almost a miss.
Oh, he's gonna have a 1st down.
Yeah,
everything's going right for Waverly. Bulldogs pick up 5 yards and a 1st down on the carry.
And even though Aaron Ward with a gimpy leg happened to get his hand on that jersey and pull him down to keep that Chapman from breaking loose and getting more than just a 1st down.
Jetmore trying to do anything they can do to get back in this thing, but they're 4 touchdowns down right now.
With 9:15 to go in the game, on the trail by 30 points, 50-20.
There's a pitch out. Corson looking for a block, gets to the sideline, and I think he tripped himself up as he goes down at the 15.
His left foot was digging and right foot was zagging, and they got tripped up and down he went. Gain of 2 yards. 2nd and 8 from about the 15-yard line.
Clock runs, 8:45 to go. Second and 7. There's Corson again up the middle. He's getting close to the 10. We'll call it at the 11-yard line.
That's a great tackle in there by the old nose guard, James Courtney again. He's the one that stopped him. And that time about a 4-yard gain, so brings up 3rd down and 3. Between 3 and 4 yards anyway.
3rd down and 4 from the 11-yard line.
We got
Chapman.
Oh, they almost
Foster
got
up the
Dakota.
middle. Gets down to the 7-yard line.
They used Aaron Ward to blitz, in there that time, and just barely missed getting him in the backfield for a 3 or 4 loss.
He came flying in, and it's a 1st down and goal. Pick up a 4 yards on the play for Dakota Foster.
First to go from the 6.5-yard line. They're already leading 50-20. And marching, the Bulldogs are marching against the Longhorns. Anthony Sherrill is trying to get them fired up out there. Him and Aaron Ward.
Chapman checks it out. He's going to keep it right up the middle, and he is stacked up. Going to pick up 1 on the play.
Yeah, did you see that where they brought, of course, they've been doing that quite often here lately. Bringing Aaron Ward up from that free safety position so they can try to go ahead and shoot the gaps and do a little stunts, a little blitzing in there.
This second half has really shown how balanced Waverly is. That first half, they went to the air. The second half, it has been the ground attack.
Protect the
over
lead.
and
Run
over
the clock
again.
Yeah, just run the clock. Get them move the chain.
There's a give.
Corson.
Corson. Touchdown, Waverly. Matt Corson from 6 yards out is in the end zone again. With 6:57 to go, it is Waverly well in front of Jetmore by a score of 56-20.
Coach sends out a whole new defensive set here for this 2-point extra point. The Longhorns got a whole new 8-man in there.
Waverly trying to get only their 2nd conversion of the ball game. There's a pass over the middle. It's tipped and caught. 2-point conversion pass to Redding is good with 6:57 to go in the ball game. It's Waverly 58-20. Matt Corson into the end zone for the Waverly touchdown as he drags Bryant Briggs with him. And now you can hear the celebration on the far sideline. You can see it. This team can sense their 2nd consecutive state championship for the Waverly Bulldogs.
And what Jetmore does not want them to do is to answer back. They want to answer back so that they don't get the 45-point difference here. And you know what? How far away they are from that.
7 points.
That's right. Just a touchdown and an extra point.
So Redding caught the 2-point conversion. Only the 2nd conversion of the ball game for
the Waverly
Bulldogs.
Yep. If they'd converted earlier, this game would have been over.
Yep.
If they had converted earlier on and stuff.
Jetmore at one point held a 14-6 lead. They've been outscored 52-6 since that point. There's a kick by Chapman, and it will not be returned.
In the end zone. Nope. 1 yard deep.
So it will be Jetmore football, 1st down and 10 from their own 15 with 6:57 to go.
Yep, Longhorns got 65 yards to go for pay dirt.
And everybody's going to get a chance to play here for
Waverly's.
Waverly and for Jetmore. Chad Cahoon.
Yes.
Letting everybody get a chance in and play at quarterback. is Colin Danzel. There's a give off the right side. Tackle is going to be made on that play by Mason Fleming. On the carry for Jetmore was Derek Snodgrass, a 117-pound sophomore. He picks up 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. Good little pinball effect on that run.
Absolutely. Bunch of clean jerseys in there for the Waverly Bulldogs too, plus Jetmore. They got second string in there both ways. He's down.
There's a pitch back and a loss of a couple on that play. Snodgrass had it and couldn't keep his footing.
Little Derek Snodgrass, he's a 117-pound sophomore, playing defensive back and then, of course, halfback on offense.
They're down here for Jetmore.
Come up in the old straight old I formation.
Back to pass, in some trouble. In trouble, down he goes.
Yep, Dakota Foster.
Back at the 9-yard line, Foster still in the lineup for the Waverly Bulldogs. The 155-pound junior brings down the quarterback, Colin Danzel, and it's going to be a punting situation for Jetmore.
And he had some help by number 74, Skylar Hively, defensive end. He's a 185-pound junior. Yep, got 4th down and 15 yards. They shift into the punting formation
for Jetmore. Anthony Sherrill standing at the goal line, gets it and punts it away. A nice kick and a good roll right here for Jetmore as it rolls down to the 20-yard line, and they will down it at the 19.
There was nobody back for the Bulldogs, so if it got over their head, why? That we wasn't going to have no run back, were we?
No.
And we're down to 5:08 to go in the game, and Jetmore trails 20 to Waverly's 58.
Pretty impressive outing by Waverly. I mean,
Absolutely.
They were #1 ranked team coming into this thing, and they are just flexing their muscle today. Mike Sarver, the 130-pound junior, number 15, takes over at quarterback for the Bulldogs. And a give up the middle, a pickup of 1 on the play by Kevin Schmidt.
Yep.
The 140-pound junior has played some defense today, but this is his first action offensively.
And he's done a good job playing that defense, you know. Kevin Schmidt has. On defense, he had 6 picks for the whole year and 74 tackles and 3 fumble recoveries, and now he gets a chance to carry the ball a little bit.
2nd down and 8. Waverly will wind that clock down. There's a Schmidt again off the right side, gets hit, breaks the tackle, gets to the sideline all the way out to the 26-yard line. And it will bring up 3rd down for Waverly.
Oh, Colin Danzel, he tried to wrap him up, and he squirmed out through his arms and made a good gain, so things up 3rd down and a long 3 by the Waverly Bulldogs.
4 minutes to go in this one. And it has been mostly Waverly for the last 3 quarters. Man in motion, we're going to have a false start against the Bulldogs.
I thought I saw their offensive tackle
rise up a little bit.
I thought I did, but then he got back down there without anybody seeing it.
Oh, it's going to be offsides against Jetmore.
Yeah, and that's going to bring an automatic 1st down due to penalty. So they move the sticks, keep the ball alive, another 4-play series. And the way it's going, they could almost run out the clock.
So Jetmore, with the loss today, will fall to 12-1 on the year. Will be state runners-up in 8-man Division I. Waverly is going to win it all. 13-0 for the Bulldogs.
I think they had 19 wins coming into this game too, Jeremy. 19 wins in a row.
That could be.
I think they did. I think I read that somewhere. At 19 wins, so this will be 20 wins in a row for them. You know, 12-0 coming in, be 13-0 after today. Won those last several games of last year, so, and of course that's great, incredible comeback over Palco Roosters in Division II a year ago, and here they are.
Looking for another first down. They could about run out the clock if they get another first down. And
great job at the middle.
Close. Pickup of about 3 on the play. It'll bring up third down and a long 3 for Waverly.
That's bringing in 4 or 5 more subs you see. Look here for Waverly. Bringing in a host of new players. 33's going to come in and maybe call the shot here. We're going to even have a different quarterback.
Well, we do have a different quarterback. Chris Pankey, a 140-pound freshman, in at the quarterback position. A little bit of dive play.
Just something simple and easy.
Pick up of about 1.5 yards on the play.
Give him a little confidence, you know. Don't give him anything too complicated. Just a quick, short dive play to the fullback.
Chris Restoff, a 145-pound sophomore, number 36 on the carry that time for the Bulldogs. Clock winds, 2 minutes to go in this one. Fourth down and 2. Play clock at 5 seconds. There's a pitch out. That's going to be a first down, and oh man. Thought the Restoff might be able to pop one off there, but good tackle by Jetmore on the outside, and that is going to about ice it after that first down by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they kept the drive alive and got to move the sticks, and now we're counting down to, there's 1 minute and 45 seconds to go in the contest. And Waverly up by a bunch, 58-20. Going to 13-0 and 20 in a row.
First down and 10 from the Jetmore 36-yard line.
Quite a statement.
Dive up the middle, nowhere to go. And they will bring some more in. 4 new faces in, 4 out.
Still got 8 left.
1:15 to go.
4 in, 4 out. We still got 8.
Should have 8.
Okay, should have.
Count on the quarterback to count them out.
It's not your job or mine, is it?
No. Second and 10.
Zeros. And 15, Sarver.
There's a little dive play.
Nice dive there to number 42,
Pick
Fisher.
Up on 3 on the play. Matt Fisher, the 165-pound freshman. Look out for him, 165-pound freshman.
Tell you what, he looked good, didn't he? Looked good right there as being a freshman.
Goodness sakes. A somber sideline over here on the home side. Waverly's going to have to run one more play, and that will do it. Unless they run the one more play and they go all the way for a touchdown. Good job by Sarver making this clock run. There's a give up the middle, and that's going to do it. Jetmore doing everything they can to make a play, and that's going to do it. The Jetmore Longhorns go, and Mike Campbell just got buried by the Gatorade. I don't think he minds, though.
No, he didn't like it.
Oh, goodness sakes. You got to enjoy it. It's their second straight state championship. The Waverly Bulldogs absolutely controlled this game after Jetmore took the lead. And Waverly unrelenting on their pressure on offense, and then defensively, they shut Jetmore down completely here in the second half. And you got to give credit to Mike Hevel and the staff and his team for the job they did today.
Yeah, defensively, Mike called a good game, and Jay Biggs, assistant coach, he's kind of Rule 10 coach. He helps with him quite a bit. And Jay and his players executed their offensive game plan. Couldn't hardly do it any better because they sure controlled the ball. And Jetmore couldn't ever get into their game plan because they didn't have the ball long enough to do anything second half for sure.
And that running the first half, Waverly just, they couldn't miss on the passes.
Oh, they snockered him. They flat snockered him. They caught him flat-footed, caught him on their heels, caught him backtracking, and like Coach said at halftime, Chad said, hey, we're not playing our game. We're back on our heels. We need to, we can run with them. We need to react with them, not 2 seconds or 5 seconds after them. But hats off to Chapman. He did a great job, Jeremy, but he'd kind of fake it, left, fake it right. He'd do different pumps, and he'd get the guys zigging and zagging, and then guess what? He'd 4 touchdowns to Casey Church.
Man, what a way to go out, huh, for the senior Church. He, I mean, he did not.
6 catches coming into the game and has what? 4 touchdowns today and over 170 yards, I think, at one time.
And there's a presentation of the state runner-up trophy to the Jetmore Longhorns. They finished the season at 12-1, sub-state champions, and they also awarded the champion trophy over there on the other side to the Waverly Bulldogs. The victorious Waverly Bulldogs are the state champions again, and 8-man. This time they do it in Division I. Last year they did it in Division II. Dominating fashion this year. Last year they took control.
They had to come behind.
Had to come from behind. This year, had to come from behind just a little bit, but once they took that lead, they didn't look back at all.
It was kind of Katie bar the door, wasn't it?
And Larry Calvary is down below with the victorious head coach of the Waverly Bulldogs, Mike Heffel. Larry.
A wet coach.
Okay, Coach, back-to-back state championships, one Division I, one Division II. How do you feel tonight?
Well, can't feel much better, you know. It's, you know, just have a good bunch of kids, you know, talented team, and, you know, they played hard. I felt like we, you know, they earned it. We played a good team. Jetmore had a nice team. They had a good team, played hard. We won a couple tough games in the playoffs against Kensington and Madison, you know, both excellent teams. You know, we've beaten 3 really good teams in a row. Jetmore had a nice team. They played hard. And, you know, our kids, you know, we just, I don't know, you know, our offense was really clicking today. We had a lot of, you know, we spread it out a lot, and, you know, we just had a good game. You know, our defense, I thought, played pretty well too.
Right, and once you got rolling, Coach, you guys were pretty much unstoppable. How about the play of some of your seniors out there today? And
well, we had a lot of, I mean, 6 of our 8 starters are seniors, so, you know, we have some good talent, some kids that have worked hard, and, you know, it's just an exciting year. First time in Waverly history we went undefeated. We won the state championship last year, but we were 12-1, so this year we're 13-0. So that, you know, that's kind of special, I think, a little bit. I mean, I enjoyed last year's state championship was just like this when it's a state championship, and but you know, to go D2, D1, you know, I was a little concerned. You know, we were in a tough district to start this, you know, in our district play. We had a couple of really good teams in our district, Madison and Lebo, and you know, we had to beat one of them at least, and we hoped to beat both of them, obviously, to get in the playoffs. Our goal originally was just to get into playoffs and see what we could do. And you know, we've had a good run this year, and you know, our seniors have you know, been good leaders, and it's been a fun year for Coach Biggs and I.
Well, congratulations on a great year and a great win here today, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, back up to you, Jeremy.
All right. Thanks a lot, Larry, and I'll tell you what a job by Mike Heffel. Their first time undefeated in school history. First time in school history undefeated, and you like to finish those babies off in state championships.
And he did her. They did her. Started like he said. They had 6 seniors out of the 8 starters were seniors. So, hey, that's a great job. Just a great job.
So Waverly wins it over Jetmore by a score of 58-20. Jetmore led this game at one point 14-6. When you put a 52-6 run on a team in the state finals, that is awfully impressive.
And they did that because they got ahead, Jetmore did, 14-6, because of those turnovers early, remember, and they capitalized on them. But then the lights out from there on. They didn't control the line of scrimmage. They got blitzed by the passing game. You know, I mean, they got the passing game running in the second half. All they did was ball control and keep control of it, and the Bulldogs put out for the victory.
And Chad Cahoon, the first-year head coach for the Jetmore Longhorns, an assistant for a long time. But
Great
Larry
gentleman.
Calvary has him down below, and yeah, it's kind of a somber moment for them. Larry.
Coach, disappointing loss today, but you got a young team. How do you feel about maybe being back here again next year?
Oh, you always look at next year, but we just have to understand what we did wrong today. We just didn't play football very good. Waverly, hats off to them. They're a great football team. They come out and played. They were ready. I didn't have these guys ready. I'll take the blame for it.
All right, Coach. Well, we hope to see you back down here in Newton next year, and congratulations, even though after today, on a great season at Jetmore.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Coach. Back to you, Jeremy.
All right, thanks a lot, Larry. And obviously a dejected Chad Cahoon. His team loses, and you know, you like to look towards next year, but you never You never can. It's hard to get over losses like this.
He's just a great, Chad Cahoon is just a great, humble individual. Fantastic coach. He's trying to lay the blame on himself, but hey, he might say the kids, didn't get him to play, but by golly, did a great job. His kids did all year long. 12-0, that's great.
And so
to do what they did.
It's a victory for the Waverly Bulldogs, 58-20. Special thanks to everybody that made things happen at Smoky Hills Public Television. For Larry Jantz, this is Jeremy McGuire saying so long from Fisher Field in Newton in the 8-man Division I state championship game.
Presentation of the 2006 8-man Division I state championship game between the Jetmore Longhorns and the Waverly Bulldogs is sponsored by
Rural Telephone and Nextech. Dedicated to localized service with numerous office locations throughout central and western Kansas, Rural Telephone and Nextech provide telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions. Serving the region for over 50 years. Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Gone Logo, screen printing, embroidery. We offer t-shirts, polos, caps, sweats, jackets, and more. Gone Logo in Hayes. American Lodge and Suites in Heston, offering a welcoming lobby with fireplace, 42 rooms including jacuzzi suites, indoor pool and spa, continental breakfast, and meeting room. American Lodge and Suites in Heston. Welcome to the end of the day. Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Jeff Hillman in Jetmore. Insurance and investments for everyone. Good luck, Longhorns, from Jeff Hillman at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Continuous Country 97.3 Q97 FM, Western Kansas' most listened to radio station. And by Jetmore Food Center, Hodgman County Health Center, Augustino's Restaurante in Jetmore, Beckwith Funeral Home Incorporated in Jetmore, Hastings Realty in Jetmore, Sidewinders Restaurant and Club in Jetmore, Nusser Motors in Jetmore, the Farmer State Bank, Jetmore, Hanston State Bank, Hanston Insurance Agency in Hanston, Swift Services in Ness City, Pawnee Valley Feeders in Hanston, and the Jetmore Republican.